So what are we going to get from this one? It's probably a little bit of a question mark over it. Black Dragons, sure, haven't been super amazing in their 2 matches. A 2-1 loss and a 2-0 loss for G2, a 2-0 loss and a 2-0 win. And the way that Six Invitational has been going so far, Guz, is surprises. There have been a lot of many upsets. There's been results that have gone the way we expected, but also been ultra competitive. A good example is the D+ phase game that we just saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I go in with some trepidation for G2, and you know they often do find themselves a little bit hot and cold at international events, especially through the first few days. But I can't help but back them in with the experience and the skill that they do have on offer. And given the form line for Black Dragons, it's tricky to foresee them winning this matchup. Of course, G2, as expected, way ahead on the social prediction, 81-19 split. Of course, an element of a popularity battle in that regard, but again, truthfully, they are the favorites in this matchup.
And I do want to confirm, yes, I was right. G2, of course, did pick Bank. Here are some of the ramifications, the stakes, if you will. If Black Dragons do lose, then they cannot get into the upper bracket. Their best result would be beginning in the lower bracket. For G2, a win here will lock in playoffs. That's right. They have, on the end of day 4, still not secured a place in playoffs. If they lose this 0-2, they have to then win against FaZe tomorrow, or they're out. Like that's still where they're at. They're in a weird position because if they lose, then they're facing elimination. If they win, they get a chance for top spot. So they're in this kind of middle ground where they can have these massive swings. But it is their map pick of Bank. Night Heaven Labs, chosen by Black Dragons. And for G2 on this map of Bank, we saw them play it against D+ Guz a couple of days ago. 7-2 win on that. And they've actually got a 7-3 record on it over the last 6 months as Doki gets the opening kill onto Swag and continues his hot form.
Yeah, swift entry on the Deimos, one of his favorite operators on attack, and often does a phenomenal job in garnering that early map control and then compounding advantage by using the death mark as the round progresses.
And now it's just a 4-stack except for Mr. Botlore, who will sit open but can drop. Probably will drop very soon, and even just off the drone will make his way back safely to basement. This now allows a swift and easy entry for Blaz in through Printer towards Staff and open area. Job done so far for G2. You find the early kill onto Swag. You got the numbers advantage. You can get to work, go through that checklist, open up the things you need to do. Doki's got a good drone towards main stairs to stop any kind of push, which Miracle was thinking about here on the Goyo. He knows, though, that he has been droned out and this position no longer viable. He will forfeit that away.
G2 now to spend a significant portion of this round in taking down utility. Canisters from Goyo, a key part of that defensive hold. And they have the time, the explosives, the shock drones if required to deal with that.
Another check there for Doki. Now, they know Miracle is very much playing this bot main position, or if it's Ask now, that's kind of rotated into that position. Clearly, when you got that extra number, for G2, they want to probably spread their attack as much as possible. You got default, but you probably still want to go for that main stairs push. I think that's what Doki's really looking for. Yeah. Later in the round, expect Doki to try and push bot main.
Try and exploit that advantage.
Oh, Loira. He does get a tag, and he's going to send Miracle back the docks. I mean, Black Dragon's clearly under the pump right now. A lot of pressure coming their way from G2. Miracle thinking, if I can at least get this kill, win the 1v1, I can then control Garage.
Prone angle, yellow ping, fight elsewhere, stomping, in on the action.
Oh, Doki went for the hatch drop. That cost him his life. If Miracle wins this 1v1, this round's very difficult now for G2. It's only Elamel. He's got 15 seconds. Can he isolate the 2 1v1s? He does have the kit, but at this point into red time, with 2 players still standing for Black Dragons, this becomes pretty much impossible for Elamel, even if this plan is successful. Although, they have not been able to punish this.
They let him plant.
He's been able to push back, play the smoke. He can now play the post plant. The gas babe from Ask will expire. It dissipates completely. And now Elamel actually has a very strong chance of winning this because Miracle is on 1 HP. Elamel should be able to clutch this. Black Dragons have fumbled the bag.
Pushes forward, holding the line. Miracle, make your move.
Well, Miracle does make the move, and it's Elamel that punishes. It was a 2v1 while planting. They do not push. Elamel clutches it for G2.
pressure cooker moment in the opening round, and Black Dragons falter. Clean start to the round. Doki to find that opening kill. They weren't able, though, to exploit that advantage all too well. And then Alamau, 1v2, deploys the smoke, able to plant inside it. And Black Dragons, firstly, do not deny, and secondly, feed ones. I guess the byproduct of that was Miracle, left alone, 1 versus 1, solo on HP. It's very, very challenging for him to win out that clutch.
Credit to Alan, he did exactly what he needed to do. His win con at that point, play the plant inside of the smoke, hope, and pray. Prayers answered. Then he's able to slip back into server, and at that point, especially on the glass, you're suddenly in a really good position. And I think Black Dragons just kind of panic a bit in that last 30 seconds in the post plant. If you really wanted to, you probably could have had Miracle wrap back up main, go square down blue, and go for some kind of pinch, and just buy some time. In fairness, G2 started the round really well, and especially getting that opening pick on Locker CCTV, they set up nicely. Sure, the execute on site started to get a little bit messy. Credit to Black Dragons, they were able to make a contest of it. But if we're being honest and we're being fair, Black Dragons in the 1v2, while planting for Alamau, they should have been able to get the job done. They do not. They get punished. We move on to the second round. By the way, there was also a 3K for Alamau. Big start for him.
To top floor we go for round number 2. And Blaz eager to open up Kanto wall for the long line of sight down Stock Hall. Black Dragons themselves looking to counter with the Bandit in play, although that's been dealt with pretty easily by Doki with the impact EMPs. That now keeps Miracle honest in that Stock Hall position. Swag as well locked inside of Elevator. On the opposing side of the map, top square control for G2. So again, expediting that checklist, trying to get through the early stages without stalling out. Stock also immediately under pressure. This is good from Stompin.
And Miracle gets caught in the long angle from Blaz.
Good pinch from G2.
Yeah, just the power of being able to open up Kanto or get some kind of long angle down that corridor just means that you've got so much more pressure against you. You can't just play that deployable shield and just kind of sit there, especially also when Stock's being opened up as well. Yeah, Miracle losing his life means that again for G2, another opening kill. And Swag's just kind of sitting there, but I mean, it's kind of job done already for G2 by putting pressure on Kanto, opening that up. They ban the Kayid, they bring the Ace Abana, which were not banned. They're going to play into that strength.
So advantage G2 again. In a similar vein to the previous round. They'll be eager, though, to tidy up this execute and exploit the advantage they have afforded themselves. Janitor control still in the hands of Black Dragons, and that can be a key position to play off. So too can be that long angle, but Alamau looking sharp in the early phase of bank swing from Ask. A good response, a good playmaking opportunity capitalized upon.
Alamau is looking hot right now. Can he deal with Ask inside of Janitor? Swag's being able to find a kill towards front desk, shuts down Stompin. Is Alamau ready, though, for the prone play?
Has a flash into the Warden, though.
Yeah, but it's into the Warden. Glasses are about to deactivate as he steps over, though, and that's straight into the shotgun of Ask. And prone works best, and Doki by himself can't take down Swag. Much better from Black Dragons. Oh, jeez, they are hyped.
Alamau has his work cut out for him in this game in blocking out the noise across the road. Look, in many ways, similar-ish problems for G2. Freezing a little bit in the execute. They are splitting their attack, but then translating that across to control and finding picks is proving to be a challenge. Alamau posting up good numbers early. Of course, helps from his clutch in the open round. That time out losing the duel over towards Janitor, and it compounded from there. The start of the round for G2 was excellent. The Kanto clear into the Stock Hall control. The last 30 seconds of the round, it unfortunately fell apart. Now, tech pause has been called, and so a pause in the action to follow.
Not ideal for Black Dragons, as they just were so hyped after that round and then just unable to follow through. And now they're going to calm down naturally, even if they don't want to. A better round, and I was actually about to bring up the fact that, so Blitz gets the opening pick. Things are looking, again, good for G2. Why? Well, Bank itself as a map, so far at this event, is not incredibly attacker-sided. I mean, it's only 51%. I say only. But when you have a look at all of the maps in isolation, because they're so much more favored to defense, it's actually the second best attacker-sided map, only behind Border. Lo and behold as well, G2 are statistically the second best attacking team at this event.
Really?
69% attacker win rate.
Nice.
Nice.
This has been the sexiest SI in history.
Been a very sexy SI. The downside, by the way, is they're 16th for defensive win rate.
That's not.
It's not nice.
Not as ideal.
That's not as nice. 45%. So there's a big contrast there, which does mean for a first half for G2, getting these attacking rounds on the board is almost an expectation, if we're being completely honest. A bit of rock, paper, scissors action here. Scissors.
Best of 3.
Best of 3. This is a replay, by the way. He just flipped him.
He flipped him off.
Jeez. Guys, come on.
Not even our table tennis has gotten that competitive at the
No.
event.
Well, by the way, fun fact.
Speaking
of table tennis, actually, G2, while waiting for the D+ phase game to finish, we're doing some team bonding.
And they weren't just playing on one table, they were hogging both.
They were hogging both tables.
Which is incredibly disrespectful.
We may or may not have also wanted to partake. But figured didn't want to interrupt their, what might be, a ritual.
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. 2 rounds in, by the way. Tech pause for those just joining. We've just begun. We've just started. 1 round for G2, 1 round for Black Dragons. Not a whole lot really to go off other than, I would say, early on in the rounds, G2 have looked really good in their entries. Like, they're able to get into the map, find the early picks. Just comes down really to the late round execution. Even in the round they won in the opening round of Locker CCTV was very winnable for Black Dragons.
It was their round to lose, and unfortunately didn't deny plan and allowed Alamar to play glides inside of smoke. But yeah, certainly a contrast between early to late. I mean, even their early map control, transitioning that across to the mid round has been decent. It's really just been that final push into sight, clearing anchors. It's proven to be a challenge.
Let's get back into Bank. No more messing around with the technical pause. We head into the 3rd round. As we said, 1-to-1 stuff and open area coming up next. And again, if Black Dragons can get a couple more defensive rounds, let's just say hypothetically 3 defensive rounds, boy, that sets them up nicely. And don't forget, this is G2's map pick. So as we progress forward, the stakes just keep raising. The tension keeps boiling. We're only 2 rounds in, so we don't get too crazy just yet. But there's a lot to fight for if you are Black Dragons. Now, obviously we like to do little predictions, we'd like to do little thoughts, but in this hypothetical world, if Black Dragons were to win in 2-0 fashion, they would join Shopify Rebellion on 5 points. And G2 going into the final day would be on 4 points in the 5th spot of the group, the elimination spot, facing FaZe Clan.
FaZe are traditionally very scary, I will say, against D+. They
can be very scary team.
Maybe show some small signs of weakness.
So it's a very important. This is a very important game for both teams.
Yes,
that's the beauty of it. Group stage can be sometimes hit and miss. Format-wise, where you can get dead rubbers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You look at probably Group B in that regard, with Elevate being completely eliminated. Although they've got the Fury wildcard battle for first spot. But this is important. Black Dragons need to win. G2 need to win. Neither of these two can kind of just sit back.
Yeah, cruise control is not really an option for either.
So trying to find something towards stock. Again, it is staff open area, so expecting heavy presence on this 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Ooh,
early patience from Doki.
It is Miracle, by the way, on the Denari that is hesitant to peek this.
Well, he was playing this stock core position last round. Now, very different approach, or somewhat different, actually. It looks like range hard breach potentially in position here for Kanto.
Whoa.
Somewhat similar, clear. Miracle could be under the pump. We'll see. Stomp it again, so range hard breach from him. Yeah. Very similar
Miracle
setup.
Can't hold this. He needs to fall back now. Or push forward, apparently. Or push forward and luckily can drop. Oh, my goodness.
I don't think Doki can believe he was able to slip through.
Well, he's made the Miracle dash through stock, gets back to the hatch. He has taken A big chunk of health lost, but stays alive. And more importantly for G2, they open up the stock position. Blaz gets rid of us. They deal with the Solus. He is able to find patience over towards the Repel and eventually rewarded with a roaming Solus. Now, this is where G2 have been really, really good in these first 3 rounds. Just patience, getting the opening pick. It's just, again, all about translating it to the late round. Rare wins the battle against Alamau. And he'll retreat back over to Staff, and so that's now where Black Dragons are mainly located, is around the site. They've completely forfeited top floor control. And with Blaz still having 2 Boogie Auto breaches, they can open up the floorboards nicely, heading into the final minute.
And Mr. Butler will lurk down below, so that opens up the blue flank potential late in the round if G2 transition across to quad control. You can see him looking to the side and communicating. What kind of attacking pattern? Monitor. Yeah, what kind of attacking pattern are G2 going to look for? Lawyer has diffuser in hand. He's back alley currently, so electrical hit likely. Maybe looking to dash across and plant kitchen, but we'll need more support from Square.
Leaving not a lot of time on the clock here, though, G2. 30 seconds. Vulcan canister pop. Will deny entry. And then Miracle gets the free kill onto Blaz over towards Admin. Stompin still top floor janitor, so he'll need to drop and join the rest of the team. Mr. Botlaw coming up main has got a watch over towards Beepers. Doki's around this position as well, but he wasn't ready for Mr. Botlaw. Now the push from Loira, went for the right angle check, still got the kill onto Rare anyway, but 6 seconds left and they both fall. Black Dragons take another defensive round here on Bank.
I'm scared.
Oh, I'm terrified. Oh my god. That's vicious.
To be fair, we don't actually know what they're saying. Could be some polite words directed at Alamau.
We got the Miracle stats, by the way, on rock, paper, scissors. It's gone scissors twice, rock once. So not fond of paper.
Only 1 win, 1 out of 3.
Imagine if you actually played like a rock, paper, scissors tournament and you had like statistics on which variation you prefer. It's like, well, I'm not a paper guy. You know, I'm either rock or scissors. By the way, tactical timeout G2. Romello is not happy with what he's seeing so far.
Romello is typically challenging to understand at the best of times. He has a reputation for having probably the fastest tactical timeout
oh my
conversation.
Now, unfortunately, we don't quite get the same commodities as the A stream when it comes to listening into these timeouts.
Even if we did,
and if you repeat, like, try to focus on the plan after you get.
Hey, time's up. Time's up. I think you went about 3 seconds over there. Can we get So we go back to basement for the 4th round, but 2 early defensive rounds for Black Dragons is really good.
I can only assume the discussion is heavily focused in on the last 45 seconds of the round. We're seeing G2 commit very hard to split attacks, and that can work out, but it needs to be better synchronized. We're seeing on a couple of these occasions, the first or second fight be really out of sync, and it's not providing any tradable options really for G2. So hopefully that's something that they can tighten up.
Look at this roam heavy defense.
Yeah.
And we've seen actually on Lock, we've had enough Bank now for me and you that we've watched that the roam on basement Bank it's not always been that successful.
No, it's also been fairly limited. Of course, teams typically dabbling in the open area drop, but this is extensive.
I feel like this also plays into the strength of G2. This is what G2 would be fine with. Because their strength so far has actually been winning the entry battles, getting into the building, finding a pick or 2 off of that. Their weakness has actually been the on-site execution. So would you not then rather play the more default site operator lineup?
Let's proceed slowly.
We'll have to wait and see.
Meet fire with fire. I think it'll make for an entertaining round nonetheless.
It certainly will. Fireworks are about to pop off. If Black Dragons find a 3rd defensive round off the back of a G2 timeout on G2's map pick, oh boy.
It's a clean comp here as well for the map clear on the side of G2. Line of Dokkaebi can combine. Alamau as well can find information behind the safety of the extended shield. And that's already a little bit of info spotted.
Oh,
Nitro in response.
Very early. Blaz finds the early pick onto Rare. There goes the Vigil. That is now 4 rounds consecutive that G2 have found the opening kill. It's also 3 rounds straight that it's Blaz. who's found the opening kill. Logic bomb. That nitro cell is gone.
Does Swag have an exit route here from this position?
But again, the lineup that they bring means that heading back to basement isn't that much of an option because you then don't have a lot of denial. Doesn't matter. Ask, Miracle, both combined. There goes Stompin and Loira. They're no longer in the round. And Alamau's in vault, by the way. Pistol headshot from Alamau. He just says, I'll do it myself. Even as the Monty. With no reinforcements because Doki's garage and Blaz's lobby. They are completely split, but they win their ones. Now they got the extra man advantage. But Miracle with the barbed wire kill on Blaz. And now, Ask into the face of Alamau, but here comes Doki to save the day.
Miracle low.
Miracle on 1 HP. Can he hit the headshot onto Doki? This would be massive. He cannot. Doki's able to clutch the round for G2. Huge round from Doki on his garage play.
Garage is always a fantastic position to lurk late into the round if you can throw that defense into disarray, which their approach most certainly did. He hits a great timing. Miracle was low thanks to work done elsewhere. Good discipline from Doki. Fantastic start to the round again. From Blaz and Alamau both having big moments. The shield was impactful. Better there from G2, but certainly one of the more fluid rounds we've seen.
I mean, the only way that Miracle wins that is quite literally a one-tap headshot pre-fire. That's it. Yeah, nothing else. 2-2.
On land, you're not winning.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Alamau with a big play vault. Blaz won his 1v1. Doki took garage control, then got the good crossfire to help out Alamau. So as the trio for G2, they were able to perform well towards the end of the round. And the roam game for Black Dragons did not pay dividends. Now we go top floor. CEO executive for the 5th round. And what is turning out to be quite back and forth. This has been a good game so far. I've been really enjoying this.
Attackers objective is
It's not that I had low expectations for Black Dragons coming into this series. I think I said actually pre-match that with the way that SI has been going so far, you almost have to expect the unexpected in a lot of ways. But we know when G2 are at their best how good they can be. It's again just a question of which kind of G2 are we going to get. And so far, these two teams look rather equal. But one of the differentiating factors, again, has been the early game. 4 straight early kills for G2 is continuously giving them an early advantage.
So drone early here from Blaz over towards lobby. He can look to be self-sufficient on that lurk. It's all about then timing it and connecting it with the rest of this attack. Drop a repel in play.
Heavy repel focus, though. Look at that quad stack on the Blazer side. And Blaz is then lurking ATM. They're just going to go straight on in. Alamau's playing on the blitz. You dump the smokes, then have Stomp it hold as the Glaz. Is there a Nitro Cell in response here onto Alamau? He is getting peppered, and he does go down. Blaz was able to get one, but Stompin wasn't able to connect on the Glaz with the smoke combination. Kit's now inside building. You no longer have the blitz. You've also got no more logic bombs as Blaz is dead from ATMs. You've got 2 over on the rappel, 1 on the roof. This round now becomes much more difficult for G2. Down a player as well. Black Dragons are really nicely set up because they were able to deny the plant. It was an all-or-nothing kind of play for G2, but the benefit is because they went so early, lots of time still remaining to salvage it. Stompin finds a pick onto Ask, and we are back alive here in this 5th round for both teams.
Doki as well with a couple of smokes, so he can look to now connect with Stompin once again through the late round. Drones as well also available. Very intrigued to see what position Stompin will look to post up
free kill. He got misdroned. There was a drone in stock, but it didn't catch Miracle, and Loira then was not aware. So the misdrone will cost Loira his life. Advantage once again for Black Dragons, and Doki's going to have to enter the building now.
Barbed wire to slow this progression. Sound cue given away to Swag.
It's also the tripwire connector, and the drop down from Doki doesn't work. Double for Swag, gets them both. A 3rd for Black Dragons.
There was good denial there in that round from Black Dragons.
A bit of banter in the chat in game as well that you guys at home don't get to see, but it was nice play. Pathetic Glaz says Ask to Stompin.
Well, Stompin had a lot on his shoulders in that round. G2 elected not to bring ranged hard breach to deal with the janitor hold, and that essentially means that Stompin absolutely nothing personal.
Nothing personal, King, by the way. And then Doki.
That means there's a massive responsibility on Stompin to find a kill against the Warden, who arguably has a favored position behind reinforcements to play around. So it was high risk from G2 in that round. It didn't work out.
I will say, considering the start of the round, G2 actually kind of started to bring it back a little bit, but Black Dragons were always in the superior position and ultimately were able to close it out and have looked really good so far in their defense. Again, reminding, Bang so far at Six Invitational has lent more in favor to the attack, and G2 is the second best attacking team at the tournament so far as well. So this, taking all that into account, is a good indicator for Black Dragons. Also, I was mentioning the opening kill, which, by the way, it's 4 straight for Blaz, which is insane. Black Dragons are 16th at the event for opening kills, so they're in the bottom 4. Bottom 4 or 5 teams. So that's not a strength of theirs, but it does mean they're constantly playing from behind. Seemingly not an issue right now.
Nook in play for the final G2 attack in regulation. Doki to lurk through lobby. Maybe try to pluck a kill down this elevator hallway position.
I mean, how deep can you go, though? I don't know if he can really think about pushing into beepers. He made contact onto Ram, finds the kill. Nicely done from Doki. 6 rounds, 6 opening kills for G2, but they lose Alamau. Doesn't matter, they get rid of Swag, but then they lose Loira. So 1 for 1 with 2 minutes on the clock. We now find ourselves still at even numbers. Swing, though, from Mr. Botlaw. Doki thought he was the one on the offense. And the trades just keep on following through. It's a bloodbath in the 6th and final round of this half. Blaz thinking about the drop, thinks better of it. And with so much time left, you have to ponder the question, do you go and just join up with Stompin, move as 2?
Diffuser in a very awkward position, pinned against quad wall as well. Kills the name of the game here for G2.
Stompin thinking about a peek here, bot square. Blaz's top square has dropped down, so they will play together. In fact, for Ask and Mr. Botlaw, they've split up. Ask has gone to Archives, but Mr. Botlaw won his battle on site. Blaz now in the 1v2. He has been able to cut across at staff towards default. Pushes forward. Again, Diffuser at the wall. With Ask over towards Archives. Good flick headshot, though, from Blaz, and now creates the 1v1. Can he do it again? Not quite. But he had the opportunity. But he now knows where Ask is, and there's still 60 seconds. So much time left here for Blaz to win this. Or for Ask to win this. And no better operator in this moment for Ask on the solos. He knows exactly where Blaz is.
Blaz with double flash. Ask with info. 45 seconds on the clock.
Trying to bait him out. He's got lots of time. Blaz might think about the commit. And as that ticks down, it will be the commit. Plank goes down. Now the time is on the side of Blaz. Ask, you now need to move. You now need to be the one on the offense. First flash thrown from Blaz towards admin. But Ask is going to go the long way round. He's thinking about a beepers push. There's the next flash. Reposition from Blaz is perfect. He'll play the close angle. Does Ask now know that Blaz is inside admin? This is a wonderful reposition from Blaz that sets him up to win this round. Ask will get on the kit and try and bait Blaz out, and the bait will work, but he doesn't connect. The shot's on the way! Ask has survived on 1 HP to clutch it for Black Dragons! Blaz did so well, but not enough. Shots land.
Let's go, guys. Okay? Uphill battle. Dance in the rain time.
One of the more unique 1v1s. A whole minute on the clock. It's like the 1v1 show matches come early.
Goodness me. So many isolated fights once more.
Look at this. Oh, no way. What?
Blaz hit such an amazing flick to get that into a 1 versus 1. Gets the plant down. Repositions.
So well played from Ask, though, as well.
But Ask mechanically was able to draw him out and land the shot.
I guess he's thinking, if he knows he's in admin, I can't push admin, but I've got where the plan is, I can kind of play behind the bomb chassis. He then needs to push out, and then I've probably got the chance to get up and take the fight, which it literally played out that way. Did you see him stand up and point to his pocket? The banter from Black Dragons has been on point.
The celebration
A
was top
four
notch.
defensive round on Bank on G2's map pick has put Black Dragons in an intriguing position into the second half. The bands, Azami, Kaid, Ace, and Monty, as we head to basement. G2 are now on defense.
G2's lineup suggesting more on-site play, potentially a fall-off open area.
That's insane. 6 opening kills straight, and you only won 2 rounds. And multi-kill-wise, guys,
Bomb located by attackers.
Swag, Miracle, Ask, all with 3Ks, Swag with 2. So they had 4 rounds where they had multi-kills. Alamau was the only one for G2. That was in the opening round. And really, the 2 rounds that G2 won, by the way, 1 alive and 1 alive.
Very true.
A 1v1 for Doki and a 1v2 for Alamau. So even the 2 rounds that they did win were not exactly comfortable.
The Doki one, probably more
Wow.
convincing,
Yeah,
but sure.
yeah.
The Alamau clutch was
Well, yeah.
one hell of a way to open up the map.
So what can Black Dragons now do on the attack? 8th so far at Six Invitational for their attacker win rate at 47%. And they bring the Glaz. So Miracle's going to go Garrett. Oh, wow. Free drone.
This is
Free
great
drone here
info.
onto Blaz. Blaz, though, well, he's got the DMR, so he is in a... Still, he's not an easy player to get rid of, even with the drone. I don't know why you're looking at yourself. I guess the double check no one's close by. How are they thinking about this? Because clearly you've got him on drone. He's playing a deep forward position. This is a fight you can take, 2v1. They're going to go for the smoke Glaz play.
Blaz repositioning, though. Probably will be able to escape this.
I mean, if the smoke comes out, Blaz probably has to get the memo. Oh, did you not just see him?
Ripping.
I'm pretty sure you saw him very briefly. You know exactly where he is. He's got to have an idea here. Blaz is just not moving. Taking down a very low health margin.
Oh, no.
Got to hit the feet. The dancing happy feet of Blaz have kept him alive. They lost Mr. Bottler eventually. Blaz finally goes down. Funnily enough, it's not even the Glaz. It's Ask who gets the final shot. And Alamau says, all right, seen enough. We'll reinforce that off, give up Garage, and it's now 4 versus 4. At least the Deimos has been taken off the board for G2.
In the meantime,
Which, by the way, that's another opening kill technically for G2. 7 straight.
In the meantime, open area control for Black Dragons. That being said, stomping a threat still over towards Talor's isolated. Takes the fight.
Has he got a way to fall back from this position? He does not.
Archives,
Lost
Lost
the 1v1 against Swag. Lawyer was unable to help out. He's now gone back, rotated blue stairs. So Rare goes down. So does Stompin. So it's continued trade back and forth.
Oh!
Swag will just drop Volt. Drops right onto the head of Alamau. Quick headshot. Now advantage again for Black Dragons. And again, they've got that garage control so they can split the site. Doki and Loira cannot play off each other. Doki losing his battle up close. Miracle was there. Ask as well down red hallway. He again gets the second. Black Dragons are swarming G2 on Bank. Well, this is turning into a beat down. Black Dragons 2 rounds away from taking G2's map pick.
Black Dragons can probably be best described as not playing with fear right now. They're not afraid to make plays. We saw the Glaz clear in through garage. We saw authority in clearing Stompin', the drop down gold. Some great moments in that round. They're dialing up the pressure. They're testing G2. They're limit testing them at the moment. And unfortunately for G2, the cracks are forming.
Do you want a fun Bank statistic? For Black Dragons, their last win on this map, ladies and gentlemen, was the 14th of September, 2025. This was 144 days ago. That was the last time Black Dragons won on Bank.
Seconds left.
Who was it against?
9Z.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
And it was a 7-3.
7-3. Okay.
The last time they played it, in general, was also 123 days ago. A loss to FaZe Clan 7-4. Added reference, of course, G2 played D+ on this a day ago. 7-2 victory. Pretty comfortable for G2 against the D+ team that's looked very good so far at Six Invitational. 7 straight opening kills for G2. It hasn't really done a lot for them, though. Can they make it 8 straight? As we head to Executive CEO for the 8th round, they find themselves in a hole. Again, their timeout has already expired. They've already used it. They do not have any help from Romello from here on.
The ace band out. Habana available, but not to be utilized by Black Dragons in this round. So no ranged hard breach of the primaries of the thermite. That's expected to be used over towards top square.
Bomb located by
And so the
attacker.
expectation is they will spearhead the attack from that position. Nomad for flank watch. Ask can maybe lurk below, and that's the case at the moment in through open on the Deimos. And so there'll be an emphasis, a heavy emphasis, in terms of plant denial, and maybe disrupt.
This is a big one. Loira could open up the round for G2. Doki finds the opening kill onto Rare. And oh, whoa, hello, Ask. Swing around corner, headshot, Vendetta. Blazden goes down. Good response from Stompin to retake main stairs, but Mr. Botlaw's right there. Up close, headshot. There's the response for Black Dragons. Doki low, over towards long desk. He now sprints around. Botlaw could go for the swing. Right clear, he does so, and then he turns onto Alamau. Oh my goodness! This is a massacre! 4 map points for Black Dragons against G2.
Where are you? Where are you?
I think if we're being truthful with ourselves, we probably expected a pretty quick game. But going the way of G2, let's be real. I am very surprised, but also very excited to watch Black Dragons play some really good Siege at the moment.
This is why I said, expect the unexpected at this Six Invitational, right? Like, just enjoy the ride. Don't try and overthink it.
I'm gonna start doing.
What a swing from Ask, by the way. And what I will say is every time these firefights just start ringing out around the map, it's just Black Dragons are winning them. They're just better at shooting right now. Like, there's not much more to it. G2 are just getting absolutely blasted inside the map.
Yeah,
And again, it's 8 straight opening kills, and they've only converted 2 of them. I've never seen anything like this.
5 seconds left before insertion.
This is a statement from Black Dragons as they get to go to their map pick of Nighthaven Labs after this, by the way. They beat D+ on it 7-1. In fairness, G2 beat them 7-2. And when I say them, D+, so not a lot to go off. Well, is this one done, or does G2 have a miracle comeback within them? They need 4 rounds straight, and it would have to happen seemingly out of nowhere. There's nothing to suggest, based on the last 4 rounds straight to Black Dragons, the 6-2 scoreline. The only metric that G2 have had that's been in their favor is indeed those early entry kills. It hasn't netted them anything.
So first minute of the round, of Black Dragons utilizing that to gather information.
And don't forget, if G2 lose this 2-0, they have to win tomorrow, or they're out. They get grouped.
Look, lurk. Black Dragons have a read on Loira inside of Archives. Looking to track the lurk over towards Garage as well, and that could be impactful in this round.
They look a little bit more hesitant, don't they, this round, G2? Just the way that they're kind of maneuvering. They feel like, second guessing, I feel like, where a Black Dragon's going to come from. This is a good spot for Ask. It seems like they obviously are aware that Loira's inside Archives. Nitrocell just falls short, looking to try and get that one down the square hatch. Ask has stayed patient here on the Nook up above. They haven't got anyone coming in from the other side. Stompin's playing towers, so that's keeping Loira very safe in this Archives position. So for Loira to die here, he has to kind of make a misstep, an overstep, and give someone like Ask an angle.
Only 1 minute remains for Black Dragons to execute this attack. They do have some immediate pressure towards the side.
Oh,
They had a
Blaz
low garage,
again.
but Blaz finds another opening kill.
Well, surely this time they can actually convert one of these opening kills. Unlock a CCTV, under 50 seconds left. Rare on the Blackbeard is low. You've still got Loira Archives along with Stompin. Everything suggests G2 should win this round. Everything. Doesn't mean it'll happen, though, as Mr. Bottler with that Vendetta is quite deadly. Clearly doesn't know, though, that Stompin's tucked in left corner. This is an easy swing for Stompin. Apparently not. Apparently not. He has just completely whiffed at the window, and Ask will get the free kill, and suddenly the round is more viable for Black Dragons. But Mr. Botlaw's on 1 HP, Rare is still low, and over towards Admin, Doki should be good for at least one from here. Indeed he will be. Ask had no idea. Is there a trade? There's only 12 seconds, so Doki can fall back, play sight, play time.
The rest of the defense peels as well now. Everybody basement.
Into red time, 5 seconds. Doki gets another, and indeed time running out has forced Black Dragons into sight.
Let's go, guys.
And G2 hold on
Let's go.
by the skin of their teeth.
Come on, boys. That's more like it. Well played. Cool, boys.
3 rounds, guys. Knock much, okay? Knock much first. Let's go.
That was a stressful round for G2 and their fans.
Fair, mate.
They held on to first floor fiercely. 20 seconds on the clock, still 3 first floor, but Doki steps up, wins the duel, able to drop. Rest of the team peels, and they consolidate the round. But yeah, I mean, this is the point right here. Massive from Doki. That entire defense was still on the first floor, but great peel back. As I mentioned, we're able to just solidify their positions, and with such limited time remaining, Black Dragons caught sprinting into sight. 6-3 the scoreline. 3 more opportunities in regulation for the Brazilians.
CEO executive to follow. 3 rounds in a row is not impossible here for G2. In fact, again, for those that were watching D+ FaZe, guys, we were watching that one as well. Like, you know, D+ would take a big lead, and then FaZe would bring it back. And that's not the only example that we've had here at Six Invitationals thus far. You know, we've seen many teams actually get out to a pretty significant lead, and then it just kind of goes away. What about M80 earlier today at 3-0? They looked amazing, and then just lost 7 of the last 8 rounds. Ask is up to 14-6, keeping track of that opening kill 9 straight. I wonder if we've ever had, surely not, 15 straight opening kills. I wonder what the record actually is.
Sprabuni.
That's Sprabuni.
Hello.
What is the record for the most amount of opening kills straight? I mean, Blaz is 5-0, by the way, on entry. 10-8 overall with 134 EPS. He's been great so far. Here we see him on the Aruni at front desk.
Yeah,
So they've been holding his own. Doki as well.
Very active.
Yeah, Doki's got 3, Blaz has got 5, and then Lawyer's got 1. So, yeah, Doki and Blaz have been really, really good for G2. They just need others to step up.
Mirror set up here from G2 inside of Jan to help facilitate the hold from Alamau.
Oh!
Loira jump out!
The Demon just jumps out the window. Does get rid of Ask, but traded immediately by Swag. Keeps that opening kill streak going for a 10th round. But at least the immediate trade for Black Dragons does minimize. But they do lose Ask, and Ask has been their top performer.
And that's the Grim, strong utility. You trade out the Nitro. I think it's probably still a small net win for G2.
Marginal at best. But a marginal lead you take heading into this top floor site.
It does also mean, though, because he's jumped out, that information has been
Oh, that's
hacked.
true. You can
So
see Mr. Bolo's already on the
I
Valk
suppose
cams.
when you factor that in,
That's
and
true.
the Vulcan play, maybe that does, in fact, flip it the side of Black Dragons, and Ask can sit back and play on that information for the remainder of the round.
2 Nitros available for G2. One with Doki and one with Stompin. Mr. Botlaw pretty happy to just wander around top square. Stompin will play Janitor Hallway. Alamau's inside of Janitor. Mine's playing front desk, and Doki will be playing long desk. So pretty default positions right now for G2. Good headshot from Doki onto Miracle. Feel like you can trust in him. Rare on the glass, trying to find an angle through this smoke, but not being presented with anything, trying to open up more sight lines, especially over towards Janitor. Swag was able to pick off Blaz, so that clears out that front desk position, along with Airlock as well, now being a little bit more vulnerable for G2. And still loads of time remaining in this round, and the Nitro was used by Stompin.
Doki still has his, but he's over towards front desk.
Yeah, he's had to backfill.
has the DMR, so a strong position to play.
What's Rare thinking here? 35 seconds, by the way, and Swag's on Repel with Kit.
What are they cooking?
They are very split right now, Black Dragons. This is an intriguing hit at the end of this round. And then Mr. Bottler has gone for a main stairs hit. He got spotted by Stompin. Swag gets one back onto Stompin. 3 in the round for him. Needed 2 more in the ace. Not going to happen.
Come on, let's go.
G2 starting to hype up. 2 rounds straight. 2 more to go. That's the task ahead of them here if they are to salvage Bank. Timeout, Black Dragons to talk things over. Not only are we obviously not going to hear much here, but it's in Portuguese anyway. It's a good time for a timeout, though. I think you've at 6-4, okay, you've given them 2 rounds to try and close it themselves. Hasn't quite worked. Now you take the timeout and then 2 opportunities to then, again, close it out. I think they'd be very disappointed if they walk away and do not win this map, Black Dragons, from the position that they were in, up 6-2. Ask 14-7, KD, Swag 13-6. It really feels like, for me, if Black Dragons actually get an opening kill, they'll probably win the round. They won't know what to do with themselves. They're like, we've got an extra player. Oh my god. You mean it's not a 4v5?
They've been playing Siege on hard mode this entire map. So to open area we go. G2's selection for the 11th round.
First time Thorn as well for G2 in this half, so changing things up a little bit. They've kept it pretty similar, even across a lot of the sites, but this is the first real big change.
Yeah, rather trap heavy. Perhaps expecting some shield play, or at least looking to deter it in this round. Also a good tool across the board, good tools to counteract any lurk potential on Bank, which is very popular. The lineup for Black Dragons suggesting it's CO across, revert with the ramp, keep it pretty simple. Deimos can aid on some of that clearance as well, try and back G2 into a corner, then prepare for an execute with the Yin.
And curious with the Razor Blooms on this side, I mean, I don't know if we've really seen Thorn a whole lot on Staff and Open, just because there's, well, it's almost in the site name, it's Open. There's a lot of different entry positions, and the Razor Bloom shells can be placed just about anywhere. That's actually a strength for Blaz and for G2. Just a matter of wherever you place them, how are you then going to play off them?
Can be utilized as well above to deter Repel.
Yeah.
So 3 Deathmark targets available here to
I imagine there's got to be one like just above as you come in from beepers, where it's like if you're going to peek into sight, you almost have to then commit. Blaz playing front desk.
Starting shock drone.
So not by himself. There's a decent amount of heavy presence for G2 up above. Alamau and Janitor. Loira will lurk the hallway, top main stairs. Leaving Doki on site by himself and Stompin lurking archives with a Nitrocell. Black Dragons look hesitant though to enter right now. It's Rare the only one inside of the building over towards Lone. Early Candelas from Swag. Blaz will stay tucked in front there, so he's going to play his life.
Oh, Rare pushing up Banana off the back of this flash utility, trying to force a pinch onto Blaz.
Loira indeed gets the opening kill onto Rare. Long range shots though not connecting from Loira as Swag hits the headshot. Low on health, but they do get the trade. He and Ask haven't got a lot of health between them, but what a shot onto Alamau. He goes down inside a Janitor, but Blaz has got the response. And then the second, Blaz has been so crucial for G2 so far on Bank, and he can make it back as well, safely back through sewer.
Black Dragons unable to catch Blaz.
And Stompin then gets rid of Bottler, and we are going to the end of regulation here on Bank. G2 are bringing it all the way back. Down a miracle. There is no miracle. If anything, it's G2's comeback that is looking to be a miracle.
Okay, guys, focus up, guys. Play default on Rome again. They have no idea. I think they're gonna run clear, bro. Better stealth, so one inside, bro. Bro, I think we roam again, okay, guys? We roam again, bro. I don't want to play extra against these guys, okay, guys? We roam again. and play more reactive. We should have won the other defense carries when the split. They drop lobby, won the round, the guy pushed carry, just don't keep with. They won the round, okay? But I think they're gonna run here, but they're not gonna do split again.
Lamau suggesting to roam again and take the early fights. It's honestly the right way to play it. Like, you literally have 11 straight opening kills. Roam, early fights. Yes, Lamau, yes. That's the strength right now for G2. Play into it.
Absolutely.
3 rounds straight. They were 6-2 down. Black Dragons were shouting. They were making pocket gestures. They were all over G2. And who's led the way? Blaz and Doki. They've been absolutely sensational.
Blaz has been a machine this map.
5-0 entry, 12-9, 130 EPS on a team that was 6-2 down.
That's impressive.
Doki 11-9, 3-0 entry, 127 EPS. 2 clutches, by the way, for Alamau in the books, plus a plant. Yeah, it's been an impressive comeback, but does it fall short? This is a big round.
It would really suck to grind all the way to 6-5 and lose it.
It would deflate that balloon, wouldn't it? Suck the air out of the building. Rare, though, with a good drone. Bot Blue, he has been spotted, though, by Alamau. Mr. Botlor, he has now targeted Alamau. Ready to put a death mark on his location. Alamau early gas babe to fall back. Now, we heard Alamau, by the way, say the roam. Now, Loira is top square. And you've got Doki open, and you've got Stomp and Talers. And Ask goes down to Loira. It is 12 consecutive rounds that G2 have got the first pick. Another 4v5 for Black Dragons. And Loira hits the headshot into Electrical. Falls back down blue. They can play the site. Overtime is now looking incredibly likely. But Alamau doesn't get back in time. Mr. Botlor made the push. Shoots him in the back. A much-needed kill for Black Dragons. But he too is now very low on health.
And so much of the map unexplored by this attack.
Miracle catches Stomp, and the Vigil losing his roam battle. 3v3, 90 seconds.
Doki still above.
And Doki and Blaz are still alive, though.
Doki still above.
Are they aware that he's tucked inside an admin? He makes the move, he makes the drop, and he's back safely. He was in a precarious position. But back to site and safe. Minute remaining. What a way to end regulation.
I mean, funnily enough, Black Dragons do have quite a decent belt of execute utility here, right? Full belt from Grim. Smokes for Miracle.
Oh, Doki. Regress back up blue stairs. They will not be ready for this. Mr. Botlor on yellow ping. Oh,
Climbing.
Doki! He's missed his shots. The pillar was in his way, and then Miracle up close. He's able to sneak around the corner and shoot him, and Doki can't get back. It's down to Loira and Blaz to salvage this for G2. Loira straight back down main stairs to push back to site to help out Blaz.
No nitro.
And they make the push through server. There's the smoke, and now Miracle can get into play on the glass. And with still 30 seconds left, they have the time to get this execute, to get this plant down. But the Demon has entered the building. Big headshot onto Miracle. No more glass in this post-plant 2v2. Here we go.
Do they contest above? Yes. Loira above. Can Swag hold on for Black Dragons?
30 seconds. The time will tick down. Blaz and Loira need to be quick. They have the yellow ping, the information, the shot. Blaz and Loira have combined to clutch it and send this to overtime.
Let's go! Vamos!
Shit, bro. Blaz and Loira, the fucking duo.
And Doki says in the chat, who's laughing now? Time to fly home. 6-6. And we go to overtime.
I thought right here for Doki that could have been the end of the map. But Loira and Blaz in the post plant make it work.
It's home time, says Doki, as we go to overtime. Well, you haven't won the map just yet, Doki. Black Dragons will remain still with hope in their heart, but they were 6-2 up. They had 4 chances to bury this one, to steal G2's map pick. They were up and about. They were excited. As we look at the numbers here for Blaz, I actually have him on a 132 EPS, by the way. 13-9 is indeed correct. 5-0 on the entry. Either way, incredible numbers and an incredible performance in this match, because when the game looked dead and buried, he was the one that led the way for G2. And then towards the end, Doki and Loira, they started to join the party.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Basement, the side of choice for Black Dragons. And they are going to be very eager to try and finally get an opening kill. They have not gotten a single opening kill over the course of this entire map. Constantly playing from the back foot.
I said before, if we have had 15 straight, it honestly can happen.
Surely not. To be fair, a lot of Siege does get played, so maybe it has happened.
I'm sure. Wow, I mean, I don't know. Has it 15 straight? At a Six Invitational?
I might start contacting Spabu.
Yeah, it's dangerous territory. I do wonder what the mentality is right now for Black Dragons. Are they still locked in? Do they still believe they can get the job done? Doesn't matter if this goes to overtime. Doesn't matter if they win 8-6 or 8-7. A win is a win at this point. Mr. Bottler lucky to still be alive, getting shot back through beepers. That was Loira on the Nook lurk. He's now forced Bottler to drop back to site. Yeah, for lockers and CCTV. And the lineup that they have brought, actually, for Black Dragons has allowed them to play a semi-roam game but then fall back. But because Mr. Bottler got pretty early contact, lost the battle half health, he's now all the way back down. But the lineup that they have, 3 Gas Babe, Chashenka, Vulcan Canisters, Nitrocell, and Warden. They have the combination of operators needed to play an on-site bunker defense.
So it all comes down to the execute for both teams. Checklist continues here for G2. Hatches opened up. Doki almost
They have a
had an
lot of
opportunity.
smokes as well between the Capitao and Alamal's own smoke. So Mr. Bottler's going to have to play lights out here at half health on the Warden. His job is important with that Nitro. In general, the glasses too.
Time ticking.
Ooh.
Utility dumping in, but the ADS device is compromising that layering inside of red.
I like the time here for G2. There's a minute left, so they're starting the execute as early possible. They want to try and poke and prod, put the pressure, deal with this utility, give themselves enough time that if the execute is botched a little bit, they can still kind of bring it back later in the round. As long as they keep this pace going, I want to start to see them actually go for the plant now, ideally. And that's exactly what they're going to try and do. Stompin', pushes through the flames, a ballsy move, and he gets the opening pick. Traded can't get back safely, and Alamal can't get the trade. Don't think he was really watching at that moment in time. And suddenly the time itself now becomes a big factor. There's only 30 seconds left. Loira's gone over to admin and thinks about maybe a hatch drop.
20 seconds on the clock. Maybe Doki can have impact. He's lurking down main.
He gets caught though, so that main push does not come to fruition. Loira then on the drop also dies straight away. Blaz needs to get the kit down, but now he's on the floor. DB and O, and only Alamal's up in a 1v3. Deep red time. All that talk after bringing it back to overtime, and it's going to end like this for G2 to start it. Match point once again for Black Dragons. They hold their nerve.
Apareceu no momento, guys. Apareceu no momento que precisa, guys. Caralho, mano. Caralho, viado. Vamos.
There's a good setup from G2, but Black Dragons resist the pressure.
Okay, now I hope you lose. You can't be doing that. Come on. Oh my god. Come on,
guys.
stop it, guys. All right, let's go G2.
I thought that was going to die in 2025. Second floor to be the site of choice here for G2, electing not to go basement. Maybe sensing that tempting fate on the roam is too risky in this particular position.
13 straight opening kills. Now, if there is a record, guys, that's beyond this, it can only be 14 or 15. So we have approached uncharted territory regardless. Like, it's rare that you ever really see this. And despite that, G2 could still lose the map.
How many games have been won without having a single opening kill? That would also be an intriguing fact.
Rare. G2 go defense. And it was their defense that brought this game to overtime. They won 4 straight defensive rounds. We go top floor, CEO Executive, but this site actually was successfully won by Black Dragons on their attack back in the 8th round, long time ago. And they had 3 players left alive as well in that particular round, so they won it convincingly.
Oh, Doki. Nitro lineup, outside airlock, Ask potentially to repel. Could this be another opening kill for G2?
I mean, at this point, it's expected. It's a mandatory. It's just mandatory.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Nitro still ripped.
Well, they have
by
3 of
Doki.
them as well, so when you got like 3 Nitros, you can kind of go for an early one.
Can be a little bit more liberal.
Thrown. And nothing. There's the liberal use of that first Nitro cell. Now you probably want to maintain the other 2.
The attacker's bomb diffuser
Stomper's
has
got
been
1.
dropped.
So does Loira.
Maybe,
Loira just lurking main stairs.
maybe some variation of a Rayora set play here from Black Dragons in this round. I'll be intrigued to see where Rare looks to barricade. Potentially it's to facilitate the push up through Banana. But there's a couple of different variants available.
Miracle spotting Loira at main stairs. There's a double push coming through from ATMs, by the way, right now. Rare and Mr. Botlaw. And Miracle's made his way in through Lone. So this is a very like lobby-centric kind of push right now from Black
Very
Dragons.
patient lobby set. Utility sent forward over towards front desk. 90 seconds
I wonder if it's trying to draw someone out towards front desk and then Asker's got the angle.
Loira gets
oh,
caught.
no. This is an opening kill for Black Dragons if he gets converted.
There's the gate.
Is there a time still? Oh, there is. Doki gets the opening pick. It's 14 straight and G2 needed that one anyway because Loira is down. Over towards the hallway, crawling forward. Stompin has moved over to elevators and found a crucial kill onto Rare, and they've been able to light up Black Dragons. A 15th round is looking incredibly likely. Despite the fact that BD got that opening knock onto Loira, they could not follow up. G2 sprung into action. 2v3 as Swag and Ask get a couple of crucial kills. Still time remaining for Black Dragons. Stompin is stuck top elevator.
Reloading.
But Ask cannot push up Spiral. The gas babes from Alamau is blocking him from pushing up.
Ask needs to hit one hell of a shot to push up, collect the diffuser. Swag maybe can drop main.
Oh, they're going to go for a
pinch.
pinch onto Stompin here and then grab
Doki
Kid
has
and
a
go
read.
side.
Doki has a read.
Doki has the read. He has the shot. Ask did kill Alamau. And then he kills Doki.
No.
1 versus 1 against the trapped Stompin inside of elevator. And Stompin does not miss. We go to 15 rounds.
Nice start. Holy shit, bro. Let's go, bro.
Go, bro!
Yeah, it's calm, okay?
Stuck inside of elevator with no other option but to swing and hit the one-tap headshot, and Stompin delivers.
This match delivering here
Well,
on
this is
Bank.
this is an unexpected heater of a match, and we record on this has to now be a record. If it's 15 straight opening kills, it's either the record or it's tied the record.
Deep breaths again. We will return to the second floor once more. This time, Black Dragons to defend. Will it be quite as chaotic as the last round? Well, the next 3 minutes or so will give us an answer to that question. Clash in play for Black Dragons. Miracle has been strong throughout this particular map, and he will have a role to stay alive and feed information on that clash and be allowed to rotate back and forth as required. On the side of G2, the lineup looking fairly compact. Stomping on the Zofia. The additional layering of explosives to potentially be impactful.
So, of course, we've been asking our stats extraordinaire in Spabooni about the opening kill record. And he just said, you know what, just claim it as the first time ever. And if it's wrong, you can just apologize later.
We are in uncharted territory. It's one of those very obscure stats that is a little tricky to work out on the fly.
7-7 here on G2's map pick. They were 6-2 down. They are looking for 15 out of 15 rounds to get the opening kill.
And I'll tell you what.
But more importantly, they just want to win this map, get out of here, and move on to Nighthaven Labs with 1-0 in their pocket.
If they get the opening kill and lose the map, I think we can very confidently say it's the most opening kills in a map loss ever in the history of this game.
Hard to predict how this one's going to end up. Both teams winning their defense here in overtime so far. Top floor, CEO Executive. 15th round. A lot on the line for both of these two teams here at Six Invitational. Miracle on the clash. Just avoiding and getting peppered, but Cantor has been opened up once again. Loira, a little lurk. Top square. Ask inside of Janitor on the Warden. Miracle in the hallway. Has actually just ran in. It's red. No! No! At 14 rounds straight of opening kills, it's the 15th round that Black Dragons get their very first 5 versus 4 advantage, and it could be the most crucial point. And as Alamau falls, G2's hopes of winning this map from 6-2 down starts to look squandered. But it's Blaz that's still alive, and so is Doki, and they have been instrumental, but now a tall order, a tall ask required of them and only them. As Stompin now falls, it's the 2v5. As G2 capitulate in this 15th round, needed this shot, Blaz can't hit it, and Black Dragons flawlessly defeat G2 on their map pick of Bank. It's 1-0. It doesn't matter that it went OT. It doesn't matter that they were up 6-2 and that G2 brought it back. In the end, all for nothing for G2. They fall short. They need to win the next map, or tomorrow they face elimination.
What a result for Black Dragons. The very definition of grinding out a result. 1-0 up in the series and an opportunity to make waves here in this particular group.
What a match. Is it fair to say map of the tournament so far? 14 straight opening kills, a 6-2 lead. We go to 7-7. It's the underdog winning on the opponent's map pick. It had it all. 17 kills from Swag, 18 from Ask. They were tremendous. Mr. Bottler with big plays, Miracle with big plays. Ultimately, Black Dragons, that 6-2 lead, yes, it was squandered. Doesn't matter. They get the dub. We go to a break. Nighthaven Labs on the other side.
Available now.
Honestly, a lot of players were scared of you, obviously. We were suspicious because you're too good. Like, that was literally what happened. And I'm the one who sent the email. So, like, I'm the one who did it. That's the story, right? None of us really thought that you were legit.
So the Goyo Armory, Wamai in long, box rotate, headers Armory, people CC, headers. I will put like this, but it's basically headers and rotate. And about the utility, the Wamai is playing around E, so he's putting the Wamai for himself. The recruit is putting wire on metal and wire in stairs in case I square.
So Ash is going to spawn here, and it's going to throw an Ash here on the table, because you can break the Goyo, like if you throw an Ash. So really fast, he's going to throw this Ash and already break the Goyo. Glass is going to come here with the Blitz to do the plant, and Thatcher here on the window. Ash comes here and break the other Goyo on the window.
Okay.
And then Ash is going to enter below with the drone that Capitan, that's going to play here, is looking for her. She enters below, plays there. Just to guarantee the C4s and stuff like that. And on the time of the plant, she's going to climb the metal stairs.
Yeah.
Glass is going to smoke here with the Blitz, so 4 smokes, they're just going to spam smokes. And Glass is going to come here, push, and kill the guy doing C4, maybe kill the guy on armor as well. Capitan is going to throw a fire here on this position, that's very common, and a fire here. Ash is going to push the stairs, and Blitz is going to plant right here because it's not really common. And if the guy can throw a C4, but you have Thatcher, so it's really hard, maybe Blitz is going to tank it. So that's it.
We can go next round. No, I mean, that's actually really good. And I guess when the Ash is destroying the Goyo, you just open his door, you open the other side. So you basically can't guess you will do this. And then after the Ash pushing up metal, if you don't expect this, then the round is literally over from there. We don't have smoke, we don't have warden, we are dead. So yeah, no, I think by far it's Felipox round this one.
Thank you, bro. You won this time.
Well, G2's got to be the first team ever, surely, to get 14 straight opening kills and lose the map. That's right, Black Dragons take Bank. They have a 1-0 lead, and G2 are on the ropes. Blaz was great, incredible, but Ask was maybe a little bit better, and so was Swag. Those two were sensational for Black Dragons. They led the way, 18-11 from Ask, 17-9 from Swag. As we look at the head-to-head, Ask just getting the better of Blaz. To be fair, though, They were 6-2 down G2, and Blaz was the main reason why they got back into the game.
He jump-started it, right? He was so strong on the entry, and then through the mid-round took big risks to keep G2's head above water on bank, but ultimately it wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, it certainly wasn't, although it got very close, all the way to 8-7. Well, what has Nighthaven Labs got in store for us? Bank was absolutely amazing. Can Nighthaven Labs be even better? We are about to see it's map 2. G2 need this win. So as we head into Nighthaven Labs, well, the stakes are set. And it's not quite medium rare. It's not well done either. It's still cooking. As we head into this, G2 need this map win. Otherwise, they face elimination from tomorrow's game. Bye-bye, Simo. It just threw me off guard. Bye-bye, Sim. Black Dragons, though, if they win this, they jump out of last place in the group. They send G2 into that place. They are then tied on points with Shopify Rebellion, of which, guess what? Those two play each other tomorrow.
So G2 could get knocked out before phase 2 of an SI.
Correct. That is a possibility because they play FaZe Clan tomorrow.
Ooh. That would be spicy.
That would be
Goodness
very,
me.
very interesting. So they need this. G2 need to amp up. They need to hype up. They need to rebound on what is now, of course, the map pick of Black Dragons.
Bands come through. It's Monty Grimm, Bandit, and Azami. All of those fairly typical on Labs. There's a couple of good Bandit trick opportunities, especially IT Wall, and so that has been taken out of play. Azami, again, equally strong on top floor, creating playable space. And the attack of Monty Grimm, well, kind of speaks for itself. Top floor, at least right now, has been the site selected by Black Dragons. Timer, though, paused, and I presume there is some technical gremlin preventing us from starting the game.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry, guys. It's almost 11 here at night, and we may even have 2 more maps to go, depending if G2 can get themselves roaring. Coming into Nighthaven Labs, again, it's the map pick of Black Dragons. They played D+ on this 7-1 win. Spoke about this before. What I didn't touch on, Guz, by the way, it's the only time they've actually played Nighthaven Labs in the last 6 months.
Right.
So
guys,
for me,
guys, the meme is dead.
God.
Come on.
I swear he's doing it to you, like just to you, directly. To me, that gives, and you can correct me, it seems workshoppy, doesn't it? Like if you've only played it once in the last 6 months.
No, you're doing it.
I didn't do it. You haven't got that on camera.
Oh boy. Sorry, please continue. This is the late shift. We get to have a bit more fun.
The Late Show with Jake and Guz.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the last map was great. I'm very energetic. What is going on? Oh. But yeah, they only played it once in the last 6 months, and that was the other day against D+, and they won that 7-1. But to add more to that storyline is, of course, G2 played D+ on the same map and also got a very strong result as well. So as we head into this map, to me, it still kind of feels like it's up in the air. I don't even know who you favor. If we just had an 8-7 on bank, you probably have to go 50-50 territory. I can do the hand gesture for 50-50. Come on. I'm not just doing it for the sake of it.
I mean, the biggest question on the tip of my mouth right now is
The tip of your mouth? Tip of your tongue.
Of my tongue. It is the late shift. Do we see the return of the rock, paper, scissors on the side of Black Dragon?
That's very,
I don't know
very
if we can.
true.
I don't know if we have the stat graphic that we can bring up.
I think
again,
it was 1 scissors, 2 rocks, 0 paper.
Yeah, we were tracking it. Oh, well, we don't have time. It seems like the match will resume. Thankfully, we can jump back into Nighthaven Labs.
I would imagine this might be the grid thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a replay from
that's the
F1.
replay. Bang.
Highly competitive.
Are we going to get the old bird flip as well? I'll tell you what. That's okay. Good job, Simo. No bans. Poor Simo. All right, let's get back underway. Here is Miracle's stats from the opening map. 12 and 9. Of course, winning out in rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, we are just currently replaying through the operator ban, so we'll join them in the server in a moment's time.
Don't get it twisted for those watching along at home, of course, that maybe either missed the first map or just coming back. This one's going to be firing up very, very shortly. This is just the calm before the storm. This is a huge match to come. Black Dragons will begin on defense, looking to 2-0 G2 and put them last in groups going into the final day, who then have to play FaZe Clan, the reigning Six Invitational champions.
It has to be mildly stressful to be a G2 fan. At least mildly.
Well, the socials are still hopeful. 67% in favor of G2. No surprise, we go top floor to begin for Black Dragons. The one good news for G2, though, you know, you're 6-2 down, you bring it back. Obviously, there's a lot that went wrong for Bank. Yes, you fall short. 8-7 loss. Yeah, very demoralizing. My concern, though, is probably on a map like Night Haven Labs, you need really good end-of-round executions.
Sure.
And that's where they lacked on Bank. Unfortunately, we actually can't get the opening kill streak to continue on past 15.
No. It did abruptly come to an end. So too did the map in its entirety, really. A flawless conclusion for Black Dragons.
Yeah, and that came out of nowhere. So, meeting side here, looking on the cards maybe for G2, or at least just opening up that side of the map to begin with. Imagine Blaz will rotate over towards IT, open up this wall as well, give themselves multiple avenues. And Loira, by the way, could go for a blue side hit if he wants, maybe even go in towards rafters. Just underneath blue at the moment, outside still.
Yeah, with the Thatcher in play and the Bandit banned out, Hard Breach is not going to be a massive skill check throughout this series, or throughout this map specifically, rather. It's all going to be down to late round synchronization, landing shots, and maintaining pressure.
Miracle on the Thorn will play over towards blue. Alabama on the Blackbeard will be a big source of entry, power for G2.
He'll be really good into that shotgun. It'll be challenging for Miracle to deal with Blackbeard.
Oh, Swags at the window though, and Alamau ducks on
the other way.
This is so dangerous right now, but the shot comes out anyway from Alamau. The power of the Blackbeard on full display. But Ask then gets the trade, so the Blackbeard no longer, and then Mr. Botlord gets the headshot onto Doki. Low on health, does not matter. Miracle towards blue. And he holds that position, so Blasden has to rotate and go and play towards rafters. He does still have Loira for company. Never mind, he does not actually have Loira for company anymore. 1v3 now for Blaz, and it's more of the same for Black Dragons. The opening round of the map goes their way. They continue right where they left off from Bank.
Good times flow for Black Dragons. G2. The pressure just continues to mount for a team, for a roster, for 5 highly skilled individuals that have the weight of expectation to do well at this event. Many pitching them to be at least playoffs, if not potentially even a top 4 team. If they don't get off to a good start here, they will be facing a potential situation where tomorrow could be an elimination, which is insane.
There's a Reddit post that was just posted, by the way. Miracle clutches 1v1 against Swag with Rock. You're probably more often than not going to win command server on Night Haven Labs defense. Let's be real, so far at SI. It is a 57% win rate. I actually would have expected that to be higher, to be honest.
You kind of shot yourself in the foot with that one, didn't you?
You thought I was going to say like something like 70%. It is naturally, though, one of the more difficult sites to, of course, take.
And the bans will often shape up that side pretty significantly as well. I think with the Azami banned out, it does open up things a little more for the attack, typically.
And carrying on, you know, as we go towards basement now, this, to me, is the site that I expect G2 to perform well on, because more of the roam game for Black Dragons. We actually heard Alamau back on bank say, more roam, more roam. We want to try and take these early fights. That was their success. So naturally, this is a site where G2 should feel more confident and comfortable. You've got Moira on the Dockerby, you've got Stompin on the Deimos, so you've got really good power in these roam fights. A lot of trap utility, though, between the Fenrir, the Melusi, and the Legion. So, I mean, they do need to be mindful of the utility against them as they're pushing through the map.
Been some solid drone work in this round, and that has allowed a bit of a spearhead over towards Vending Stairs. G2 may elect to go a little bit more direct, although still a challenge if they want to play for the win condition due to the vertical nature of this site, and, of course, the Solace in play.
G2 losing on Nighthaven Labs, by the way, the other day against Shopify Rebellion, 6-8. So that was a close one. Alamau in Exo already. Looking to circumnavigate this roam from Black Dragons and go a little bit more direct. Logic Bomb has gone out from Loira, taking contact towards Control. I think it might have been from Ask. Potentially, there's not much else really over there, unless it was a potential trap that did the damage. Alamau still roaming around with Doki in Exo, just those two alone. I wonder if it might have been a case of just trying to put some kind of pressure, perceived pressure, towards the site to maybe bring these rumors back. But to be fair, they haven't really rushed back to the site. I mean, you still got Mr. Bottler, top floor server. Close here between Swag and Loira. A little standoff. I mean, Loira's the one that needs to move first. Logic Bomb helps a lot here for Loira. He's going to be able to hear up close. Alamau finds the opening kill onto Miracle. He's able to push in towards Nano. Rare takes a bit of damage. Alamau's going to go down. Blaz, though, gets rid of Rare. Swag will fall in that 1v1 that we saw before against Loira. So he pushed in, found the kill. 2v4 and a lot of time here left for G2, and they've been able to defeat the roam of Black Dragons. The on-site pressure has been really strong. None of the Black Dragon roamers were able to be successful. Either a Stompin can get the plant down inside a tank. Even if Mr. Bottler could deny, there's not really much else he can do. There'll still be time for G2. He can't deny it. He got the kill onto Loira. 1v3 post-plant with a death mark on your location now from Stompin. Yeah, this is very difficult for Mr. Bottler as G2 have been able to take basement.
Yeah, not happening. Sharp shot. And a sharp round for G2.
Fucking good, bro. Let's go, Black.
Well, it was a long wind-up in that round for the attack of G2, but they made the clear work. Good side pressure, pinch positions elsewhere were executed upon nicely. The information gathering from drone work was very strong over the course of that round as well. Certainly one of the better attacks we've seen from G2.
Yeah, I mean, Broken Clock maybe hits once out of twice. It's just naturally going to be, I think, a particular site where G2 are going to look stronger. Now, Broken Clock is usually right twice a day. I'm just saying that I might have hit one of my two in saying that that site is a good strength for G2 on their attack. Playing into the roam game, playing against Black Dragons as they're moving around the map rather than the structured positions. Right. Technical pause, unfortunately, as we have had a little disconnect in the action. Maybe back to the rock, paper, scissors. Drinks first, though.
Yeah, rehost called by Doki, and the admin reminding them, please do not talk.
Is this a drinks break? You can feel the tension, though, and of course the quietness, because the A stream has now concluded. So it's only these two teams left remaining in the player area. And we are getting a rehost just to add clarity as to what's going on right now. So it will take a couple of minutes to get us back underway. Again, they cannot talk right now during the tech pause. Although I hear talking.
Shut up, you can't talk.
Oh my god, I love my job.
I love Doki. He's just great for those moments.
I also love the irony in that by actually saying "shut up, you can't talk," you're actually talking, which you're not allowed to be talking.
Well, all 10 players are back inside of the server, and so hopefully
I'm
that's an
having fun
indication
with this
that will
series,
resume.
man. These two have been really good to watch. 8-7 on the first map, 1-1 here on the second to begin. It's been some really high-quality siege. Black Dragons have really impressed me, especially Ask and Swag have been great to watch. Blaz was amazing on Bank, despite the loss. Actually, it sounds like that was a operator change request for Black Dragons. Of course, they're on defense.
They should be able to.
Now, what I've got put down here is Thorn, Malusi, Mute, Goyo, and Castle for control storage. So we'll be able to see, actually, if they do end up being able to make a change. I believe they should be able to.
Oh,
yes, so I had confirmation that they will be able to. It's like children
At the back of the classroom?
At the back of the class when the teacher's like, everyone be quiet, and then like the cool kids at the back are looking at each other smiling, making faces.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Lock in, boys. As we get back underway, the match has begun. As we head over to control storage for the third round. Currently 1-1 score here on the second map. So again, the original selections, Thorn, Malusi, Mute, Goyo, and Castle. Those were the original selections. They have now decided to bring in the Allah.
One trap out, one trap in.
Yeah.
Attackers need to
Slightly
locate
different
and defuse
dynamic,
as
but
many bombs as they can.
similar end result.
Not to really talk about G2's lineup right here, because I think they will probably change things up. And control storage is always one of the more fun sides. So, like, as we've kind of now had Nighthaven Labs for what feels like quite a decent amount of time in the pool, it really has started to grow on me as one of my favorite maps.
Really?
Yeah. Command server can be a little bit defaulty, don't get me wrong, but I really like the way that basement and control storage play. I think there's a versatility to both of those sites. Naturally, because of the fact that you can't really play bunker basement, you're almost forced into the roam, even if you're not like a roam kind of team. And control storage, we've seen both the A-bomb site and the B-bomb site be playable.
Does Kitchen get a shout out?
Absolutely not.
No. That objective is a shambles.
That site is not part of the equation at all. It doesn't need to be, though, to be fair.
I do respect teams that can play it well on defense, though. It's tough.
Early pressure towards storage side, so if G2 do want to take that, you would imagine they want to open up IT, take control top floor.
Ooh, blast below here.
This is interesting, though, because also Ask's position over towards Animus. He just hurt him. I'm almost certain he just hurt him.
I don't think he can cross back safely now. Might be able to catch timing on the drone. Yeah.
He does stick around, though. Ask wants the smoke. He wants it. He is asking for it against Blaz. The two highlighted players from the conclusion of Bank. And in the end, Ask will back away and says, not my fight.
Yeah, it's probably the right decision there to wave the white flag and back off. And just retain life for later in the round. Lower though lurks Warehouse, so an advanced position.
This is really deep. And again, he can go control side, he can go storage side. There is one inside all storage right now. That's rare. Oh, no. He has been spotted as well. He has to be careful of the window too. Needs to make a decision.
What?
Oh no!
How is he alive?
He doesn't get the kill, but a bit of help from Swag. In the end, Blaz did get rid of Ask, and inside storage stomping going for the quick clear. They haven't cleared above, but he does get off and he gets the kill. What is happening in this round? Stompin should get the plant down. Good cover from Alamau. And in the end, from Chaos comes Beauty. G2 are going to take this third round. Miracle in a 1v4 post-plant, where if G2 want, they can cheese it. They can put bodies outside. They're not really going to do that. They have the numbers. Tap, tap from Miracle. Doesn't matter. Here comes Blaz. Here comes G2. 2 rounds straight.
Good job, Zach. Good job, Blaz, again, bro. Been so good.
Yeah, he is playing good, Doki. He is.
I think Clash, bro, right? Just because it could be annoying. But look, if you flip to Quan mid-round, is the mirror so annoying? Can you deal with the mirror?
So we're going to get a tactical timeout.
It's a better Clash, bro. I love it.
At the conclusion, of course, currently the bans are taking place, of which I can tell you what they are. It is Thermite and Clash. Of course, we heard Alamau talking about banning the Clash. They follow through on that. The Thermite as well from Black Dragons. And now, timeout, Black Dragons. Yeah, I mean, every time I sit back and try and let people hear, I realize, no, you're not going to hear. We're on the B stream. We can't hear anything. And even if we could, it's Portuguese. I mean, but we would be able to get Maria to maybe translate for us if she's still
She's
working.
asleep.
No, she's asleep. Okay.
Probably. I think we're the only people still awake in the building.
I think everyone in the building has gone home, and it's just me and you. Oh, and, so, and our production. Sorry to our wonderful production team, observing team. By the way, Alex Sky McCullum.
All the way from
All the
Melbourne.
way from Melbourne, Australia.
Country Melbourne.
It's our observer. Shout out.
He's made the big leagues.
He has. Oh, he's done this before. He's a seasoned pro.
Wasn't he here last SA?
He was.
And I wasn't.
And you weren't. So timeout expires for Black Dragons. An early one for them in the third round. They've given up 2 attacking rounds to G2. Not ideal on defense, Nighthaven Labs. So looking for a bounce back, and they are going back to basement.
Oh. Would you like a fun fact sponsored by James Devmarter Stewart?
Absolutely.
G2 have the worst deaths traded stat at the tournament. Even worse than Elevate. He really emphasized that, which is crazy.
Okay, that's about.
At 7.6%, which is 12 out of 158 rounds.
Damn, that's crazy.
Or 158 deaths, I should say. That'd be a lot of rounds.
So round 4 we go. Can Black Dragons respond out of their tactical timeout?
Oh, he's trapped.
That's a very early death mark here onto Swag towards meeting.
How does he get out of this position, though?
We might have to look to try and take a fight. A direct one. Doki's pushing in from top blue.
Oh, he's going to get support from lobby stairs. Okay, big commit here from Black Dragons.
Alamau up close as well. Blaz headshot opening. Pick once again. He is on an absolute tear in this series. Now 6-1 on Nighthaven Labs for Blaz. What a statement match from him. Mr. Butler will make his way back down the top floor. Roam ineffective. Again, another opening kill the way of G2. That's now 3 of 4 rounds here on Nighthaven Labs. Black Dragons, by the end of today, are going to be dead last for opening kill percentage. Mr. Butler does at least get a kill back onto Loira, and a big one as he's playing the ramp. No more boogie auto breaches. Blaz, though, again, he cannot be stopped right now. 2 kills from Blaz in the round. Sure, he may be low on health now, but he's already done his job. And the death mark from Doki now lands onto the head of Mr. Butler.
Blaz is so low on HP, but still looking to exert pressure over towards vending stairs.
This is when someone needs to play off Blaz now, because he's so much... He's tradable. If he... Oh, okay, I don't know what Artsk is doing in that situation. Alamau gets a freebie. And out of the timeout for Black Dragons, they're starting to stumble. G2's early round aggression that we saw back on Bank is proving to be far more difficult for Black Dragons to deal with here on Nighthaven Labs.
Minute to work with for G2 and a death
again,
mark.
more confirmation as to where Mr. Bowler is playing towards vending stairs. So the only player they're not fully aware of is Miracle. Yeah, dead off the back again of that death mark. G2 are about to go up 3-1 here on Labs. Miracle does get the elimination onto Stompin. 35 seconds. This is winnable. Very winnable now.
Diffuser.
Diffuser, and with 30 seconds, Miracle might just have a miracle within him. Because G2 now need to make their way back up before they can go back down.
It's quite a tricky position, though, to defend. 20 seconds.
Miracle can isolate, create multiple 1v1s. At this point, if he wants, he can go back, play site, play time. He will choose to do that. Alamau has been able to acquire the kit. Drop down from Doki. No more death marks. Alamau into Exo will have to stick to plant. It will be temporarily a 1v1. Oh, he gets the kill onto Alamau. That's kid on the floor, and Doki's in flames. Miracle has found the miracle for Black Dragons. Oh, what a round when they needed it most. Looked dead and buried out of the tactical timeout. Black Dragons, courtesy of Miracle, take basement and get to go now top floor command server for the 5th round.
What a play. That was awesome.
That was Miracle. That was him. All him.
Yeah. Pretty dire situation.
1v4.
1v4. Drops the diffuser. Blaz stranded, leaves it stranded up above. And then the 1 versus 2, his positioning was absolutely spot on. Elects to go below, finds the contact, the Goyo canister uncleared, pops it, forces Doki out. Great play.
Insane play, and as you said, I'm glad you highlighted really the positioning more than anything, just moving around, being a nuisance, understanding the game sense in terms of the time, where the kit is,
doesn't overcommit to the
doesn't overcommit to one or the other. Yeah. He's played that really, really well. So a reprieve, because it was looking like a 3-1 lead maybe for G2. 3 attacking rounds and labs is exceptional. They don't quite get it. And Black Dragons now get to go top floor. Last time, of course, was in the opening round. A little change up. They drop the Goyo. They bring the Pulse this time for Ask. And he's in basement right now in assembly. So he'll look to gain information for Black Dragons on the defense. And a change up as well for G2. They drop the Thatcher. They bring the Capitao.
Oh, Nitro.
Nitro Cell. And it catches Loira. And the Pulse pays dividends. Opening kill for Black Dragons, a rare one. They get rid of the Deimos as well. That is a lot of pressure off the board now from G2.
Yeah, massive boost. The Deimos has been ultra effective over the course of this series so far for G2. Pressure immediately, though, in response over the board's exterior IT breach. Some util cleared as well. G2 looking to chip away at this defense as best they can, despite being a player down.
The problem is, on this top floor, now being that player down, you got less room to push around, displace these defenders. They can sit, play default positions. You don't have the numbers to flood site. Probably getting this kill into Ask is going to be their best path forward in the round. They got the yellow ping. You can see Alamau is hunting. Alamau does hit the shots, and at the same time elsewhere, Mr. Botlaw went for a peek, lost the battle to Stompin, and with that, we flipped around. G2 now have the extra player just like that. 4v3 and 3 Candelas for Alamau, but they lose Doki on a peek from Swag. Back and forth we go in this 5th round. Hard to really gauge who's got the advantage now heading into the final minute.
G2, though, with a lot of good utility that they can layer in the late round. Couple Candelas, stomp them with 3 bolts total. Even a ranged hard breach for Blaz if required. They just need to formulate a plan here in trying to isolate these defenders. They also have information gathering potential as well. Good drone from Alamau, top blue.
Yeah, they got 2 Candelas, 2 smokes. They got plenty of belt utility for stomping on the Capitao. Alamau, does he think about the push? The Razor Bloom, at least he activates, gets away safely. Now we'll go for the throw on the Candela. But notices, of course, the F not mine, blocking the vision. Doesn't push forward. Blaz will push up. They'll push together now. From CC stairs comes Blaz to help Alamau, but they lost Stompin. So 2v3 into the final 20 seconds. Rare hits the headshot. Blaz will enter back. Now 8-2 in a 1v2 with 13. Hits
oh my
again.
Goodness.
He's done it again. Can Blaz now win the 1v1 on 1 HP? It would be absolutely nuts if he can pull this off with 5 seconds remaining. He's been the superstar, but Rare is going to shut that superstar down in the 1v1. This time it goes the way of Black Dragons. Blaz has been heroic, exceptional. But but he can't quite pull it off in that moment just then, and Black Dragons take the lead into the final round of this half.
G2 timeout. And unfortunately, we can't hear it once more. Another good, respectable attack, though, from G2, where they continue to grind away. They don't drop their heads, despite finding themselves in a disadvantageous position. Blaz again given license, given freedom, but unfortunately falls short. 2 in a row for Black Dragons, and they'll be looking to cap off this half now. So it's an intriguing decision, I suppose, from G2's perspective, to be taking this.
If they don't let Blast play on the vert box, for example, they are impacting their jabs and like playing annoying like this, then it can be hit above. They could cancel the direct, but I think they started the direct, so it's going to be on side defense.
They're going to do this 100%. We got these, I think. Let's go.
They're going to fight bot 100%.
Well, confidence is the message there from Ramallah towards the end.
But to follow on my point, an intriguing decision at that point, pre-round 6, to be taking attack timeout, only one of the half remaining. So clearly, they value this attacking round and really want to even out this scoreline. They sense that this is an opportunity, of course, attacking into the tertiary as well. So yeah, I like this decision from G2.
Look back at the highlights from that 5th round. Back and forth was very much the way you can attribute the round. And even blast towards the end. Look at this shot into Swag. Double headshot.
Had the read.
He had the read. He had the chance, but Rare had the swing. 3-2 lead for Black Dragons. As you said, they've won now 2 rounds straight. They're starting to get a couple of opening kills. 2 of the last 3. 1 to Swag, 1 to Ask. So they're starting to even up that early round.
Reloading.
What's Swag thinking here? Oh my goodness. Does he hold? Because now the cross back is, well, a little bit more dangerous. He has just tucked into this position. Does Loira not check this? Ask gets the opening pick onto Blaz. Loira is just outside this doorway position. Throws drone, then shock drone. Oh! Swag, do you know that he's thrown out the... Oh, he doesn't. He could have just sprinted out and would have got a free kill onto Loira. But not to know.
His position still not known.
Oh, this is going to be a free kill. Free kill for Swag coming up. Surely no.
He couldn't hold his nerve.
The timing. To be fair, though, Laura didn't commit. Oh, my goodness. At least, though, for Swag, he's been able to get out alive anyway.
Oh, my God. He can breathe a sigh of relief
yeah,
now.
He
that
certainly
was precarious.
can. Laura doesn't realize how close he was to potentially losing his life. Alamau's inside of Electrical. He gets flamed off. Thought about the flash and the push forward. Oh, Mr. Bottle. That's so aggressive onto Doki. Takes balls to just swing inside of IT like that against the breach, and he hits the headshot. And a 2-player advantage now for Black Dragons.
Logic bomb from Alamau. But we'll need a bit of magic.
But they don't even have map control to play off this. It's only Alamau. It's a solo Dokkaebi call right now.
Position now known, thanks to the F-Not.
Over towards Cargo. Close to control. Now in the hallway. They are so split from each other. Loira, Alamau, and Stompen. This is not looking great. Up close behind. Alamau's going to win this battle. He cannot. He doesn't connect enough onto Rare. He does get him low, but Rare stays alive. 3-player advantage now for Black Dragons. 2v5 for Loira and Stompen. Gumine, what a nuisance. Just as he's trying to push that doorway. Easy kill for Swag. No time to pull that Gumine out. Too much pressure from Black Dragons. It's a 4-2 half. They are 3 rounds away from putting G2 at the bottom of this group going into the final day.
It's a failed attack conversion as well for G2, just to compound things. They do not have that to fall back onto for the remainder of this map if defense begins to go astray. The pressure continues to mount. G2's tournament coming under scrutiny here against Black Dragons. Did not anticipate this as this series begun. Bans for the second half. Bandit, Thermite, the first wave. I anticipate we'll see rather straightforward bans for the second. We'll wait and see. the Kaid Maverick to follow up. So we're double down in both departments for both teams. Bandit, Kaid, so double electrification. Thermite and Mav, double hard breach.
Tell you what, if you're a G2 fan, you're going to be very nervous right now because it's not looking great. You're going to play FaZe Clan tomorrow. Now, don't get me wrong, G2 have the capabilities of getting a result in that match. Well and truly. Wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility, especially when you're fighting for survival. But even still, just being in that position is not what we expected. If anything, when we found out and saw G2 FaZe last day of groups, it's probably the battle for first. Long way to go, though. Reminder for those watching that might have missed the first map. Black Dragons were up 6-2, and it went all the way to 8-7. And also, G2 now go defense. So the expectation is certainly that they will be able to get rounds on the board here in the second half. But expectations haven't really been met so far in this series. A quick summary, by the way. Blaz 22-16 with 6-1 entry or 126 EPS across both maps. The next best is Doki, 15-16. Blaz is the only one going positive for G2 in both maps.
So let's lock in then for the second half. Black Dragons will be looking to maintain pressure here on attack. The primary hard breach of the Ace still available. And so Swag will be looking to get to work with the Bandit and the Kaid off the board. Early Capital Bolt from Ask Rafters. Under immediate pressure, Candela's layered. Still 2 minutes left, mind you. Swag pushing deep.
I like the early pressure here, though, from Black Dragons. Just keep G2 on their toes. Miracle gets a big chunk of damage into Loira. The F-9, a bit of a nuisance. Rotero will deal with the Kiba barrier.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
Reaching.
But what that's done now, with this pressure early on from Black Dragon, it's pushed G2 back a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Doki finds an angle onto Mr. Bolo. He finds that kill, looking to try and push in towards Rafters on the IT side. That doorway. Doki gets a really good angle, finds the kill, gets the opening pick. No more Flores, no more Roteros. Alamal, does he think about top blue and go for this swing? Guess what? Candela does nothing but swag. What an angle. Even with the active classes, it didn't matter. It doesn't stop bullets, but Blaz comes in, saves the day. Headshot with the SMG, lands onto Rare. Ask wins his battle, though, against Stompin. Miracle's got IT control. Doki on an island by himself towards command. Because Blaz is over on the first floor, and Laura's on the other side in meeting. They are split right now defensively for G2.
Diffuser on an island, over towards that top blue position. It feels claustrophobic for the defense. They do have some info to play off. Doki through the drone hole, spots Ask.
Oh my goodness, Doki, can you hit these shots and do so quickly against Ask? Thinking about this push from Rafters. Miracle, though, has slipped in server. The side is now theirs. But Loira is in connector. Miracle, you've got to be a little bit more switched on. It's a 3v3, not a 3v1. And now Ask on 1 HP knows this is a difficult push. He's getting help from Swag, but he cannot beat Doki. Doki's locked down inside a commander and doing a tremendous job and then pushes. That is what Doki is known for, his aggression
Guys, so good.
in the
Okay,
big
we're gonna run every
moments.
single round of the defense just like that, okay? Just like that. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Huge round, bro.
Let's fucking go.
What I can defend me, right?
This moment right here for Alamal. He loses that jewel, and Black Dragons mount the pressure on site. The defense bunker in, though. Dig their heels in. Good position from Loira over towards Con. All of the shots from G2 land. And they enclose that margin. Black Dragons now lead by 1. It's basement for round 8. As this match continues to be a real barn burner.
Four, 3. Let's be honest, this one feels like overtime might be necessary again, just like the opening map. So much more Siege to be played. Blaz already on 10 kills. Everyone else on the team has 4.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Dreadmine going out.
G2 will need more than just Blaz, though. Someone else has to join him in terms of providing that fragging power, because they're getting such an even performance as well for Black Dragons. Doki towards Lounge, thinking about the shots through the barricade. He does, and then makes the cross. Stomp it on the Vigil. We haven't really seen a lot of Vigil success so far in this series across both Bank and Nighthaven Labs.
No, we haven't. But Stompin will back himself with the Boss G. Initiates the lurk over towards Storage. Elsewhere, Vert from the Ram. That's above Kitchen to try and flush this defense. Force them back further towards that vending stairs position and eventually towards site itself. The Blackbeard to follow up and take this space. Due to not contesting all too aggressively at this point in time.
Swapping mags!
Not a lot of real contact fights, just a bit of poking and prodding right now from both teams. 2 of the Boogie Auto Breaches have been used by Swag already as well, and we do see the Jackal too, which has been a rare pick. It used to be such a staple, but these days, ever since the changes, has not been featured really at the Pro League level. Look at this, though, from Stompin. He's got 2 different angles where he could find 2 different kills. But as soon as he gave Ask the position, the Jackal hits the headshot, finds the opening pick. Botlord, though, can't win his battle. Doki, the quick double. He's starting to have big impact here on Nighthaven Labs, and we now enter a 2v2. Could we see the Jackal actually have impact here with the Inox scanner? He's got 4 charges available, potentially onto Blaz and Alamau.
Yeah, could be a win condition here for Black Dragons. The old school method, though, of a drone as well could be impactful. 1 goes deep. Can they play off that info? 40 seconds, time ticking, and Goyo Canister stalling out this push, making it just a little bit awkward.
Ask has not even bothered to use the Inox scanner. Miracle inside of Animus. Ask will stay warehouse for now. 25 seconds now, leaving them with not a lot of time remaining. No more utility either from the Capital of Miracle. What a shot from Alamau. Oh, and he gets the second as well. That's the Alamau that we've seen over the years. Highlight plays at the Six Invitational. And we are tied on Nighthaven Labs.
Really clean from Alamau. That's the power of the Warden late round into the Capital, which strips away the playmaking potential of the attack. Pressure mounting, 4-4 scoreline. Black Dragons looking good, but in some of these clutch moments, it feels like that G2 magic, that ability
the magic's there, isn't it?
To find those moments and hit those shots, it never quite goes away.
Well, and Doki continues to impress. He's starting to really ramp up. Alamau as well, up to 7 kills. It's not just the Blaz show anymore. Tied, scoreline 4-4. 2 in a row for G2. They need 3 more rounds to get us to Cafe. Control, storage, tertiary site. Here we go. This is your opportunity if you're Black Dragons.
10 seconds to insertion.
Got to get on the board and attacking round in the second half. If you're to do it, this is the site to do it.
Yeah, castle extension. From the defense of G2, looking to test the map clear ability of Black Dragons in this round. They'll hold above, preset vert. Again, testing Black Dragon's ability to clear above. Or maybe to tease them into a direct hit. I doubt that will be the case here. That being said, no dedicated vert operator. Is quite the decision from Black Dragons. Maybe suggesting they don't fully commit to the clear up above. They'll add a layer of perceived pressure, opening up IT breach and posing that question to G2.
Yeah, IT focus, as of right now.
Keep up positioned.
The pacing from Black Dragon so far in this second half hasn't been a fast one, but Loira opens it up onto Ask. Swag with a trade, though. A very quick one. No more Azami for the rest of this round. The push from Mr. Bottler. He just shot Doki in the butt. Been able to get away over towards Command. Rare could push, potentially. But no, he's actually below. He can't get into top blue. Swag now low on health as well on the IQ. Mr. Bottler will go hunting. But Doki has already vacated. There's no one now top floor for G2.
Well, they have this control, but as I posed the question before, what do they do with that? No Buck, no Ram. They can cut off those rotations, maybe pepper down below with DMRs, but it is certainly limited. That being said, Rare still finds a pick. They now have man advantage. Can they tap into that?
They have time as well.
Yeah.
2 gas paves for Stomper, a Nitro for LML, so utility available on defense for G2, but defense spread thin on a bomb site where controlling both control storage, where you also technically need something like IT and some vert control. You don't have the numbers anymore for all of this. And with Black Dragons having a minute on the clock, they can really think their way through this. Mr. Bottler has top floor. He's got IT warehouse. Like, he can control this now. They can go for a storage plan, especially if they can get rid of Stompin. This now becomes Stompin's moment inside storage. He needs some help, and he's getting it from Alamau. Mr. Bottler will go from top floor into warehouse. And over towards storage, Stompin finds the kill onto Miracle. Needed that one. Gets the down onto Doki, though, but a trade back. It's another one from Stompin. Rare, though, gets the kill. We now have a direct 1v1 between Stompin and Rare. With 20 seconds left, he's close left, but it's Stompin that landed the shot, and it's Stompin, the king, that lands the kill.
Você é o melhor, caralho! Respeita! Vamos!
Cool, calm, and collected from Stompin as G2 take the lead for the first time since the 3rd round on Nighthaven Labs.
Fuck the bitches.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Shotgun play, storage, multiple attackers to deal with. The positioning is ultra important. He did it all.
Yep. Black Dragons were circling that round. They had great playmaking potential. You throw in the lurk as well in play from Mr. Bottler. It looked really, really compromised for G2, but the ankle work on site from Stompin was great. Supportive roles fulfilled as well by the remaining members of G2. A great little clutch. A highlight moment. G2 with the lead. Can they convert from here? Top floor offers a phenomenal opportunity now on defense to earn that map point. It'll be 2 map points at that if they can get it from here. A nice little bubble to potentially send us to map number 3. Of course, Cafe in this particular series.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Well, G2 have the lead in regulation. Not something that they had back on Bank. Not something they've had since the 3rd round here on Nighthaven Labs. It's been constantly playing from behind across both maps. Now an opportunity on Defense Labs as they go top floor. This is their opportunity to build the lead, get to 6-4, and ultimately send us to Cafe. A win is crucial. A win is vital. You win this series, you get to still play FaZe tomorrow for the top spot in the group. Black Dragons know, though, a 2-0 here, and their chance at survival and getting into playoffs increases exponentially. So much on the line for both of these two teams to close out day 4 here of groups at Six Invitational. The clash of Stompin is going to be a nuisance here on the top floor.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be looking to garner as much information as possible over towards Con. He can then float back towards Pillar. Offers a strong position to be played, and with the Azami band out, you want as much playable space as possible, and the clash can dynamically offer that over the course of the round. So Critical Stompin balances that correctly. Doesn't throw away his life cheaply. We get back towards site now at the midpoint of the round.
Air jab plus entry into electrical for Miracle. Gives them a clean entry. Deal with the Banshee. Now slips in towards Connector. Mr. Botlore can push from IT, but Doki's around Warehouse Rafters position. But it's a large emphasis right now on a con electrical hit from Black Dragons here on the top floor. First kill's so important for the attack. They need this opening kill.
They need it. It could be a funnel effect. If you're a player down with a funnel, it won't work.
It won't work. You just won't have the numbers.
There's no pinch pressure here at all from Black Dragons. Full front-facing attack.
2 more canisters in the Kawan. Hive Launcher available for Swag. And Flame Bolt out from Rare on the Capital. G2 are holding their nerve, holding their discipline. They weren't peeking until that moment from Doki. Now they hit the go button. Counterpunch time from G2 as BD tried to set up. G2 then disrupt it. They get aggressive and on the front foot. They now get map points here on Night Even Labs.
Let's go! Destroyed the guy box, bro. Oh my god.
Yes, you did, Doki. And they've got 2 map points. Cafe looking more and more likely.
Se a mira passou, que a gente bane os 3 denais, geralmente, vamos abusar da Ibana pra abrir as paradas, tá ligado? Senão a gente não vai conseguir fazer nada.
Really good example of a defensive team, G2, on that occasion, of holding their nerve.
The discipline was insane.
The only way they lose that round
is if they start picking early and...
Is overpeaking. They identified it was one-dimensional. They weren't worried about back hit pressure. It was front-facing attack. And they hit their moment at the perfect time. They were in good positions to trade, if required, ultimately not needed. But every single one of those fights, favorable. They convert. They now have themselves 2 map points to close it out. Quick replay, last 30 seconds. Black Dragons walk into the waiting arms of that G2 defense. It's basement for G2. Let's see if they can get the job done.
Well, it's looking more and more likely now. 4 rounds straight for G2. Black Dragons have not been able to get a singular attacking round. But command server now locked away. So basement, control storage, winnable sites for the attack on Night Haven Labs. Not all hope is lost for Black Dragons, but G2 certainly now in the driver's seat.
So drone work early here from Black Dragons. They'll have the Deimos in support for garnering information. Shock drones for utility clearance. Loira, quite aggressive lobby, but an impact grenade from him will allow the retreat. He's pretty comfortable in forfeiting that space, which will be quickly taken in response by the attack.
It's Loira that finds the opening pick. Deimos shut down. Crucial operator not available now for Black Dragons on the attack. Swag getting tagged up as well, down to half health. G2 are looking to try and end this one quickly. It's a late night here in Paris. And G2 want to get to Cafe as soon as possible. More pushing from Doki. Wins the battle against Ask, but not before Ask was able to shut down Stompin', and Blaz will then fall to Miracle. The round is not done. The Clash of Alamau, a nuisance for Miracle though. But they've got themselves positioned into basement. And Miracle has the kit so he can go for the plant.
Can't stick though, gets off, it's a fake.
But Miracle can't win the battle against Doki. He goes double digits. Goo-Mine ripped out of the feet of Rare. Now there's still time for Black Dragons. There's well over a minute. But they've got to recapture that kit. Doki's very, very low in tank. And Loira lurking around Warehouse. Very lucky to still have his head. But Swag then rips it off, and it's a 2v2.
That is a massive kill with Loira alive above. It made the plant near impossible for Black Dragons. That now opens up a potential win condition for them in this round.
Doki was playing behind Alamau on the Clash, but now has opted to go towards Exo. They split up, separating from each other on the defense. There was a drone in use for Black Dragons to try and get some information around that kit and where it's currently located. 2 flashes for Swag and 2 flashes for Rare. gives them avenues getting towards this kit, towards the site, but they need to still give themselves time. They must now go. Doki starting to call out that the push is coming. Another goo mine. Oh, but the shot from Rare onto the swinging LML puts Doki in the 1v2 with 7 seconds left. Doki, can you make this your moment and deny this plan? He needs to hit them both. He cannot. Black Dragons stay alive on 9haven Labs. All rounds needed here in regulation.
Wow. What a way to wrangle back the round for Black Dragons. Hitting some big shots, isolating Loira above, and then denying Doki the clutch attempt in red time. G2 back to basement for this 12th and final round of reg.
Basement cracked. Basement will be where we go again. It's a repeat from G2. And honestly, it's probably the right decision, considering it is a site that suits their play style. They roam around the map, taking the fights. And it was pretty close as well towards the end of that round, so why not? It's either that or control storage anyway.
Yeah.
The Capcan from Loira. All those EDDs have impact in this round. Stompin again lurking on the Vigil. But again, the Vigil hasn't really been working for Stompin.
I think you'll definitely be looking to drain a little more time in this particular round. Force more drone work out from Black Dragons. Chip away at that economy through the mid-round. Doesn't want to give away his life too freely, because it opens up the rest of the attack for Black Dragons. Ram in play from said attack, and so the anticipation being that in combination with the Habana, they'll open up IT, get to work on the floor, and that is to help flush out the aforementioned drone.
Black Dragons will have double defense over time. It's crucial right here and now that G2 win this in regulation. Simply put, this is a must-win round, or it becomes far more difficult. Mirror window popped by Blaz. To make opening up assembly quite a nuisance, especially with just secondary hard breach. You can get Rare with the X-Kairos to come on over. Currently, storage is the lurk position for Loira. And Swag in warehouse wants to maybe try and cut him off. But it's Doki top blue stairs. Logic bomb activated by Ask. No one near Doki, though. He won't be hurt, and his flank position is really strong.
There are some pre-placed drones on the second floor, but it could come down to timing for Black Dragons. Like identified by the F-Naught.
That's a nuisance for Swag that activates. Unsure now whether his position is known. Doki still top blue. Now pushing through command. A lot of this round might hinge on this push from Doki. He can make a real big impact if he pushes towards warehouse. A Miracle Insider Animus has a decent angle here. Under a minute remaining at the end of regulation here on the second map of this series. Drop from Rare. Black Dragons will go direct. Doki still top floor. 2 players for G2 on the first floor. The site is rather vacant.
This is a volatile round for both teams.
From above, though, Doki makes his impact known. Ask got one. So did Botlore. Rare gets rid of Alamau. A couple of taps, and Doki will fall, and overtime looms unless Blaz wins a 1v3. Logic Bomb gives away the position. Headshot, though, 30 seconds. Rare off the plant. Blaz has done this a couple of times already. Hero play after hero play. What's one more? He can't do it though, as Ask with the DMR sends us to overtime. Second map straight. And it's double defense for Black Dragons. G2 are on the verge of being at the bottom of the group, heading into the last day if they cannot pull this one out.
My, oh my, Black Dragons survive. And intriguingly, they will select storage and control room for their opening defensive round in overtime. Looking to play dynamic on this side, expecting contest top floor. Solus as well has the potential to lurk base. When we look back at the previous round, Doki did initially have impact on that roam, did get traded out. On-site hit was clean. And unfortunately for Blaz, unable to clutch up.
Well, how does this one now end? Black Dragons double defense. It's been 4-2 halves, so defense has prevailed.
Loading new mag. Explosive ordnance out and primed. Putting a shell in play.
Looking at the numbers across both maps now with a lot of rounds played. By the way, Arsk has now dropped 30 in a combination between Bank and Nighthaven Labs. He's been the best player in the server. The next best have been Doki and Blaz, and then Swag as the top 4, 2 apiece. What a match, what a series with big ramifications. Dragons play Shopify Rebellion tomorrow. G2 play FaZe tomorrow. Both these two have got even bigger matches tomorrow.
Good initial utility clearance from G2. Dealing with Goyo canisters on site. The impact of that will not be felt immediately, but late round, if and when G2 likely pivot for that plan and that entry in towards site, it will buy them a little bit more time. As expected, down below, Solus on roam, and Ask will be eager to gain information for any potential plant denial late in the round. We saw a flash of Loya as well. At that point in time, only the 2 Deathmark targets available. Boogie Auto Breacher placed down by Blaz, but interrupted, I believe. Good drones available as well here for G2. As that Boogie Auto Breacher does get to work.
Oh, Razor Bloom.
Debuff.
Little debuff for Doki. We'll just keep him on the sideline for a few seconds. The heart would be racing, the adrenaline coursing through the veins. Swag with a good position command. It's Arsk that gets the opening pick. There goes Stompin', up close. Vendetta, Loira, great headshot onto Miracle. 1 for 1 again. These two have just gone back and forth like heavyweight boxers, but it's 2 quick straight then for Black Dragons. Doki and Alamel to try and clutch a 2 versus 4 for G2. They've got a minute to try and make this happen, or they will be facing 2 match points against them. Alamel can't win the close battle. Rez, shotgun, 2 goods, 2 strong. Doki, 1v4, not pushing forward. Black Dragons with 2 opportunities to take this series in a 2-0 fashion.
Mas é bom mesmo. O cara viu tudo de vamos, já virei bem de baixo, já matei o cara tudo bomba. É a sintonia sem se comunicar. Mano, aqui, guys, sendo bem honesto, a gente só tá, tipo, muito melhor no jogo, tá ligado? Vocês sabem quando que é pra eu, mano, botar fudendo vocês, eu boto fudendo.
Full calm and collected in the Black Dragons camp.
What is going through the heads of these G2 players right now? You're on the road. You lose this round or the next, and you have to beat FaZe tomorrow, or you're out of Six Invitational in groups.
Could be a restless night. Great work from Black Dragons. Lighting up the kill feed. Top floor for G2. Their tournament prospects compromised deeply at the moment.
Surely they can't lose 8-7, 8-7.
Surely they don't get knocked out in groups.
Both actually look likely. That's the funny part about it. But top floor is a strong site here for G2. Stomping on the clash can help really keep that attack at bay. It will be an attacker repick for Black Dragons. They'll bring the clutch drone from the Brava.
Locate and defuse the bomb.
Steady aim fixes any problem.
And just to note, by the way, that Black Dragons, the only site they won on attack was basement. So they haven't actually successfully won this top floor as an attacking team. But they will then get another go at defense in the next round, and they will get to go top floor themselves. Of which G2 could not crack either.
So exterior IT opened up. Black Dragons looking to make their way through this checklist. Not make any mistakes. Don't give G2 anything for free in this round that they can then exploit. It's the clash for Stompin again. He'll begin his march over towards Con, and then will slowly peel back towards site. He wants this shield to be as effective as late as possible in this round.
I mean, you want Stompin to be the front man here on that clash.
Damos throw it down below, though, to counter the clash. It's a tantalizing prospect for Black Dragons if they can connect.
And Ask, by the way, 4-1 entry so far here in Labs. He's been the most effective. Now, he doesn't actually have... Well, never mind. Now, he does have the death marks available. Oh, through the floor. Ask, oh my goodness.
Reloading. Cover me.
Oh, the danger goes the other way.
The mute as well is nullifying the effectiveness of the Damos.
Well, G2's in a good spot now because the Damos can't really have as much effect. They get him very low, and time starts to dwindle, and you still need to deal with the clash.
I think they're eager to isolate that pick bot blue. Blaz, 11 kills. He's looked so sharp tonight. Maybe they'll look to act off that info in a moment's time, not rush. Or maybe they will.
Oh, Swag. Alamau in the blue hallway. Close by with a shotgun on the Warden. Swag will fall back. Under a minute left. Loira ducking and weaving. He had the death mark and he had the Grim Bees, but to the safety of the mute chamber, but can't sit there for much longer. Ask is low. Rare gets the opening pick, and up close, Doki trying to contest, but he lost it out. Double for Mr. Butler, down to Alamau. Blaz in the 2v3. Shotgun up close, connecting, and no! Alamau, big kill. Blaz 1v2 to salvage this now for G2. He must clutch. He cannot. Black Dragons will confine G2 to the bottom of the group, heading into the final day of groups. G2 have to beat the reigning champions tomorrow, or they're out of SI.
Phenomenal performance from Black Dragons. What a statement to make here in the group stage of SI 26. What kind of campaign may lay ahead for them? For G2, how much longer does their campaign have?
Black Dragons will play Shopify Rebellion tomorrow. They're both tied on 5 points now. G2 are on 4 points, stranded in 5th place. They play FaZe Clan. It also means that for G2, they can no longer get first of the group. That was what was on the cards. Had they been able to 2-0 Black Dragons, it would have been a battle for first tomorrow against FaZe. Now, guys, it's a battle for survival. For Black Dragons, they will take an immense amount of confidence against Shopify Rebellion. This group is just nuts heading into the final day. All 3 of Shopify Rebellion, G2, Black Dragons could go home tomorrow. One of them could go home.
Unbelievable.
And it's D+, that's safe.
A well-rounded team effort as well, mind you, from Black Dragons. This was certainly not a case of them plucking a result with maybe 1 or 2 players popping off. Truly a team performance from them, countering what G2 had to offer. They got tested, especially back map 1 mentally must have been tough, but they rode that momentum from map 1 across to the second. Deserved victors, did not anticipate them to win this 2-0, let's be real, but they deserved it in the end.
Ask the clear-cut MVP. He had 31-21. He only went 4-4 on entry. I say only, but when, of course, you take into account the opening map. For those that missed it, by the way, it was 14 straight opening kills for G2 on Bank. They lost the map, 8-7. They then lose Labs, 8-6. This was a close series. They get nothing from it. And for Black Dragons, you get all 4 points. And they've gotten out of bottom of the group. Ask the MVP. He was outstanding. Of course, you give Blaz and Doki their credits. I thought they were both excellent for G2. And when you lose 8-7, 8-6, like, you're not going to be looking at G2 and bashing them. Like, just credit Black Dragons. They were insane across the board in both maps. They literally won a map playing 4v5.
Yeah, it was a match of very fine margins, round to round, map to map, etc. Anytime a map goes to OT, I fully agree with that sentiment.